Yes, they've been filtering in. Good morning, good morning.
Oh wow, I see that we have a few friends already.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right. Cool. I was just getting my earbuds in. Let's see.
Yeah, so many friends. It's nice. Thank you, everybody, for coming.
Yeah, let's let everyone know if they don't see the stream. There is a stream.
And I'm trying to sit close enough to the edge that I'm not on the dance floor, but then Toxic is trying to sit, and I think I'm too close to the edge. So I gotta, maybe I'll move. She said don't move, so I'm not gonna move, but maybe I should move. Yeah, so many friends. It's nice. Thank you, everybody. And just a reminder, everybody grab your OP badge underneath. This week we've got community member Dio the God. I'm trying to sit close enough to the edge. I hope I said that right. And they did an amazing set yesterday at Ola DCL with Mary Shark and Face Wounds. So they are on our badge today. And then if you grab that badge and you haven't gotten the couch yet last week, I will be sending those out. Just one per person. So if you already got it last week, I'm just gonna make sure we don't send out too many duplicates if possible. If you get a duplicate, just share the love, pass it to a friend. But yeah, thank you so much for coming, you guys. Ola DCL with Mary Shark and Face Wounds. So they are on our badge today. And then if you grab that badge and you haven't gotten the couch yet last week, I will be sending those out. Just one per person. So if you already got it last week, I'm just gonna make sure we don't
I'm over
send
here
out
trying to get
too many duplicates if possible.
this
If you get a
will
duplicate,
pop up
just
of the-
share the love, pass it to a friend. Oop.
Yeah.
Artisa says double audio.
Let's take a look. There we go. I found the corporate. There we go. Found the culprit of the double audio. Why did I have my audio up? I have no clue. But thank you, Artista. There we go. That's what I've been trying to fix. Yeah. And yet I cannot pull it up. I have way too much stuff. I think I need to do an OBS cleanse for the new year.
Oh my gosh. I mean, maybe we should all do a computational cleanse. I had to download Fortnite again. I had to re-download the new update. And in order to do that, I had to clear 20 gigabytes off of my freaking computer. And so I was sitting there trying to clean up all these old files. And I'm I don't want to do this. And it didn't work anyway, so.
Yeah, maybe something to look into. Kind of at least I've noticed this with Adobe. Whenever you're rendering and shit like that, it'll use up memory, disk memory and shit like that. And so you have to clear it every once in a while or something like that.
Oh yeah, that would help. And then I think some of the biggest files that I have now are Cursor AI. I mean Decentraland, Fortnite. So there's some non-negotiables. Some things we can live without. Some things we can't. But yeah, I'm oh no. The more that you start building with things I have to have Blender. I have to have the Creator Hub. I have to have Cursor AI. So it's yeah, you just eventually are maybe I have to evolve to a different system because maybe this system isn't going to be enough. Either it's an external hard drive and stuff just lives there. I don't know. I'm kind of reaching that threshold.
Yeah, all your pictures are gonna have to go onto your external hard drive. I'm sure you have a few gigs more than the average.
Oh my gosh. And videos. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And I try to get rid of them, but then I don't know, there's still copies there. But then I I'm kind of afraid I might have deleted my Mardi Gras blender build for the
Oh
canteen.
no.
Or like there's certain ones that are like, I think I was moving fast. This was like 6 months ago. And then I went back, I was like, what if I just threw something out really important? And then I like tried to find it. There's a few I can't find. I'm like, dang it, did I just like accidentally throw those out? And so I guess like, being like 2.5 months away from that event, I will have to like go searching for it and find out, like, did I delete one of my proudest builds? I probably
the, the reactions, like Toxic Wife is like, no, not the Mardi Gras build. Oh man, oh man. Did you pull a me with Burton Morris interview
Oh my
on your
god.
Mardi Gras build?
I think that I think I could still get mine back because I believe that since I have a copy of it that I already downloaded last year to the Creator Hub, and not the new one, because I don't think you can download builds from the new one, but the old version, since I don't adapt and I don't evolve, I just use the old one. I think I could, as a last resort, take it from there. And then, or just like deploy through the old SDK7, which that's what this cantina is today, and it works. So not all hope is lost, but there's certain things like with builds that like all of the animations I place separately, like they're all independent, like individual. And so it just might be like a shit ton of work to go back and have to like place every necklace that got thrown over the top of the build was like hand animated, hand placed. So I might have to just go and throw a lot of beads again. But that's okay. We'll get to it.
Every single bead needs to be retossed. Hopefully.
Yeah. We'll see.
More and more.
Everybody's looking so cozy in
I know,
their
right?
couches. I love it.
Yeah, I kind of like the new CBD couch emote. It's I guess we could call it more of a communal emote. The next step to it would be like allowing people to come next to you and click E or whatever to sit on it.
Well,
But
maybe you can turn this into a social emote, once those come out.
yeah, totally.
Well, I wanted something like everybody's always got couches and it's fun to sit, but I was like, we need to bring the party with us, or like, so I mean, you remember, like, we didn't for new users, they might not realize the pain, the agony we went through. That like we didn't sit in Decentraland for 3 years, or maybe more. Like we couldn't sit. We could dance, we could party, we could spotlight emote, we could dab on each other, but there were no sitting emotes. And so when they finally introduced like emotes that we could make, and people made sitting emotes, it was like the first time in 3 years our avatars could rest. And I feel like we didn't realize how, I don't know, everybody's just laying around, like being totally lazy, like just sitting everywhere instead of dancing. And I don't know, it's funny. Like now we all just want to go to a club and sit there instead of dancing. So this is the evolution of that. But now you can bring the party wherever you want. You can relax anywhere you want. And bring your friends.
Yes, bring your friends. And I want to give some shout out to everyone in the room. Like here on the space, we have Old Guy, Jared, Dr. Drip, Toxic Waifu, Jim, and Otolab. Good morning, good afternoon. Still morning for me. I woke up a little later. And in the world, we are 15 deep. I see Alan Howick, Artista, Athenius, welcome. Hello, Atlantic Sunrise. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We have the Fred Elf, the J Elf, and the Merry Elves. um, Good morning, Jim Cedric, or good evening, Jim Cedric. Hello, Peace, welcome. Max, welcome. Meta Tiger in the house. Hello, Plutonica. Good morning, Rustan, and good evening, Sleepy Waifu. Thank you for being here, everyone.
So we had a big week for events, so much stuff happening for the holidays and New Year's, and I just got to throw flowers at old guy, smack him in the face with all the flowers because old guy's build was out of control. It was amazing, old guy, and I think I speak for everyone that was there, but just it was something real special.
I think if old guy were up here, he would say the build was literally out of control. Am I correct with this? Old guy, give me a thumbs up.
Oh my
But
gosh! Well, I don't think anybody could tell. Like, being the user, I think everybody was just enjoying it. Everything worked good from what I saw. It was amazing.
yep, there's my thumbs up. But hey, it's part of the fun. Like with all of this, I've excuse me, everyone. Been thinking about like maybe even incorporating some beyond the NFT testing sessions for friends with new builds. Like with like say there's a big event coming, friend with big build trying to make event for event, and they don't quite know what is the limit to break it. Like for example, for the last 2 weeks, Make and I have been dealing with a lot of agony with our stack. It is just it tends to break sometimes. And it seems to break more often when there are more people on it. So yeah, maybe a session would maybe give us a little more insight, or maybe even just like before the event, just like making sure that you know that like if we have more than 30 people here, this will explode. So get back to the code and make it not explode.
Well, and I wonder how much different components like interact with each other, like emotes. I mean, I gotta think that like part of the world definitely broke more when like emotes came along. Like, I mean, we know Zesty, our good friend Zesty, like found a way to weaponize his emotes with really high triangle wearables and then came up to users that were trying to scam people, and he could twerk often enough that it would crash them out. So I mean, there's something to be said that there's, you know, having to render all of that information. And I don't know, like maybe it's like, what if it's just one person on the scene with a wearable that has some glitch to it that breaks everything? Like, there's a mouth, an L1 mouth, that if you put that on your avatar, you will never be able to log into Decentraland again if your avatar is wearing it, until you send it out of your wallet. Like, you can't even get in to change it. You have to send that thing so far away. So I mean, it's conceivable that there's things happening to your builds like out of your control, and that there's, I don't know, cursed wearables maybe too, breaking stuff down. Hard to say.
Yep, hard to say. uh but yeah, yesterday I thought we were crashing and burning like halfway through. um what was it? Oh yeah, I like it was a self-inflicted wound. I freaking did slash reload at the stack, and it took away my admin rights, and I was like, what the fuck, mate? And and yeah, me and Meg started freaking out, and then for a little bit, and then I logged back in, and I think I was fine. I'm still kind of buggy, but fine. But yeah. we are working on getting that optimized. Thank you for MetaBeast Roaming Party Session 2 at the Stack. Thank you everyone for being our test dummies.
Well, that was great. I was late to the party, but I still made it.
Better late than never. Yes, I agree. I see we have old guy up here in the speakers for this.
Yeah, good morning. How's everybody doing?
Good morning. We're good. How are you?
I'm good. It was funny. I was listening to what you said, and you know, the first what was interesting to me is I tested as much as I possibly could, like multiple times for a week straight, and then optimized it as much as I possibly could. And everything worked well for the first couple hours, and then after that, it was like everything flipped over to 365 days. Now it's interesting because I've talked to several people. Some people literally couldn't see the floor the minute they joined. Others saw all the fireworks go off but never saw the ball come down. Others, everything worked fine throughout the whole evening. So it was just interesting how everybody was having different experiences. And then Sin and I were having exactly the same, sitting online talking about it, going, "Can you see the screen? No, I can't see the screen. I can't either. Oh, can you see the fireworks? No. Can you see the clocks? No." So I don't know. Maybe Sin and I jinxed it.
Well, that's weird. I mean, just from a testing standpoint, you want to look for like patterns and consistency, and the fact that everybody was having a completely different experience tells you that like there's so much going on behind the scenes that we can't control. Like, that's wild. It worked great for me. Like, I think I saw everything all the time. But I don't know, it could be like people's computers, I think like people have different experiences too if they have VPNs. I think we're learning that like more and more. If you're using that, like you're having, you're not able to collect like OP badges sometimes and different stuff like that. So who knows?
Yeah, that's interesting because I had people tell me that too. And I do know that I went to all the badges. Some of them were collected. I mean, they were collected at different rates. You know what I mean? So it was like, I think the highest we had was 60, but then there was a 58 on one, and then there was a 54 on another. So clearly people were having problems with that too, which was really interesting to me. Yeah. But I appreciate everybody that came out. Especially those that it was the middle of the night for them. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed building it. I did go back in, and I think I have it fixed just to figure out what was going on with it. So I think I did go in and fix it, but the only way we would know is have that many people there again. And that's the thing. Sin, when you were talking earlier, yes, it would be great to do something like that, but it's like, how do you get that many people there to actually test that scene? Because that's when it was fine up to 50, 40. There wasn't any problems. It's when we started getting over that number that I started noticing issues. So
if MGD filled it with his bot army, I wonder if that would be like true testing or if it would really push it to the limits, because I know that like Foundation used to test their builds with like alt accounts that were wearing default clothes, and I think we started getting like more adamant, like, no, that's not what any of us look like. You gotta put on some freaking sparkly, glowy pants with like 3 pairs of wings and then do these crazy emotes, so then you'll actually see like what the real like performance needs are. So, but I wonder, like, could MGD throw 30 bots on and then you bring 10 more people in or something? Because, yeah, you should be able to test it accurately without, like, ruining that element of surprise, I think.
Well, and maybe that's a conversation with the Foundation. Is how are you all testing these scenes? Like, I mean, they clearly knew, right, that they were going to. They clearly knew that that they could do up to 100 avatars on a scene, right, without any sort of issues. So how did they test that? Was it all simply that many accounts they had open? You know, maybe
Yeah.
maybe that's something they could, you know, maybe they could make that for us, where we push a button when we're in preview, and boom, it throws that many avatars in there to see if we crash it.
I think when they test it, I feel like they are testing it with the team, because if you're ever at, you know, Genesis Plaza and you're just chilling and all of a sudden you see like the names, the big names roll through, like, oh, Lavra, Pixel Pixie, like, you know, actually, okay, those people come in all the time. But then you'll see other people, you're like, oh, I haven't seen you since the last time you were testing something, and they're rolling through, or sometimes they'll have like alts. And so I feel like they're doing it the good old-fashioned way, too, of just bringing in different accounts.
Yeah, they could. It was fun. Either way, it was fun. It's the latest I've been up on New Year's in like forever. So didn't think I'd make it, but I made it. So then I had to go to work. So that was a lot of fun.
So what was your favorite feature that you created in your build, old guy?
Actually, I'll tell you, the fireworks were cool. You know, the ball drop was cool. The countdown was cool. What I really liked, though, and I wanted to do it throughout the whole floor, but when I tested it, it was too much. So that's why I made it a separate build off the side. But that New Year's hat went back and forth, and all the confetti falling down. Initially, that was the floor. Like, you were going to be standing on this wave, and and I was like, the whole time I'm testing it, I'm like, man, people, especially if they're partying, they could get really sick off this. And then the confetti, when I started having some issues, even once because I brought in 5 different avatars to test it, I started having some glitches and some crashes, and I'm like, okay, it's too much. So that's why I made that a whole completely separate scene off to the left there, and then put the hat on there. But that was actually my favorite. My plan was we were all going to sit on the Happy New Year hat and just kind of ride. But I just couldn't get it optimized enough. That I knew that would probably crash 90% of the computers as soon as they hit the ground. So yeah, it's something to work on for, you know, down the road. But that was probably my favorite. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I will be honest, I was suffering from a migraine, and so I was just kind of like chilling and not really like, I was kind of like not feeling good. So it's a bummer, because I know that there was a lot more in your build that I probably could have like interacted with, like swinging on the giant hat. It was not happening for me that night, but I'm glad to see like the pictures and everything, and I'm so glad you did that, because if not you, like, I don't know, like, there's no Foundation New Year's event, and I mean, there never is, but I'm really, really glad that you did something.
Yeah, well, you know, Sin and I talked about it about, was it 3 weeks prior, Sin, I think we were, and I'm like, there is nothing scheduled for New Year's. Nothing. I mean, even that day was the only event up there on the event board, and then I see Toxic, you know, did the pre-party, which was great, because there was nothing, and I was like, all day long. So we had talked about it, and then I had a couple ideas, and I just started putting them together, and before I knew it, it was like, oh, I got this scene. Okay, well, let's throw this up on the event board. And then, you know, Sid and I got talking, and let's make it bigger, and we went from there, and that's the CBD, and everybody was getting involved. So, yeah, it ended up being a great night. It was a lot of fun, you know. And I'm going to announce this now, the next big project, and I hope a lot of people will get involved. I would love to see a ton of Olympic Games coming up in February, built in Decentraland, right? What that looks like, I don't know if we can figure that out, but I think that would be the next big project, which would be a lot of fun if we were going to all these different scenes and actually playing the Olympic Games.
I love that. I don't know if I ever told you, but I used to want to be in the Olympics. Like, I had like a whole idea behind it, but I would love if we could make a biathlon where we can ski and then shoot stuff. That would be awesome. Which seems like it would be pretty doable in Decentraland somehow.
Yeah. I think that'd be doable. I think ice skating would be doable for the the right talented people. I think curling would be doable. I think I think we could have downhill skiing even. I think there's a lot of things. I think we could have an opening and closing ceremony. There's just I got a long list of things that I want to have typed up and kind of drop it. But I think and people can just kind of sign up, hey, if you want to do this. I think there's a lot of things we can do. There's a lot of land that we can put it on. I've got land if people want to build something. I've got land all over. I know CBD has land. I know, hell, I know the foundation has land. If we want to do something like this, we could absolutely do it. One parcel could be for the opening ceremonies, and the torch gets lit, and all that stuff. There's a lot of, and we have the concert. Somebody comes in and plays that night. We're there, and we celebrate the opening ceremonies in Decentraland. And we have the closing ceremonies in Decentraland. There's a lot of things we could do to make a lot of events in the month of February over that 2-week period. And that, as far as I'm concerned, that 2 weeks should be completely filled with events. All Olympic, around the Olympics. So, I don't know, just my thoughts.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
And no tennis is possible due to back in 2021 or 2022, the U.S. Open build or whatever, or I can't exactly remember, but it was a tennis build.
Yes, but this is Winter Olympics, Sin. Winter Olympics.
There's no tennis in winter?
There's no tennis in winter.
No, tennis dies in the winter.
Yes, no tennis in the winter. You got
what does it substitute by?
But you know what you can do, Sin? I'll tell you what you can do, man. You can create an ice fishing tournament for the Olympics, because there is an international team. They're just not quite to the Olympics yet. So you can go ahead and create ice fishing. We'll make it a Winter Olympic sport in DCL.
Going back to the fishing concept. All right, I'll have to talk to my developer in order to bulldoze my hills and trees. She'll have to get to hiring as well.
I just need a biathlon. I just need to shoot stuff. I won't make any jokes. Yes. Also, ice skating and aggressive curling is a good one. Downhill skiing. We could have a half pipe, snowboard, half pipe.
Basketball. Somebody can do basketball. That is
basketball?
A winner. Yes, that is a winner.
Basketball is not a winter sport.
It's played in the winter.
Wow.
Nice.
How?
How about snow golf? We can do snow golf. You ever play snow golf before?
We'd have to get golf craft.
I forget. You don't get any snow. I forget about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Why are we asking Florida man about the Winter Olympics?
Yeah. You show up in his Bahamas.
I'm over here suggesting tennis. Yeah, I'm over here suggesting tennis. Don't ask me about winter or anything.
Yeah, and old guy and I are from upper Midwest. We were born in the winter. Winter is in our veins.
So I almost sent you this the other night, Vanessa, but listen to this. Up north, they had no snow before Christmas. Between Christmas and New Year's, 110 inches of snow.
Good gosh. That's going to be some gnarly snowmobiling.
Oh, man.
Then that thing's packed down.
110 inches of snow, yep. So I thought that was hilarious. They got that much snow. It was a whiteout for about a 3-day period. Yeah.
Well, I saw waves on the Great Lakes that were oceanic waves, wild. And then part of it drained because all the water got pushed to one side.
Yeah, unfortunately we had that warm spell, so all the ice melted. And then when it got windy from that blizzard, when that blizzard came through, it's there was no ice to stop them waves. So yeah, it was. I'm sure everybody, well, at least and from our area, they've heard of the Edmund Fitzgerald. The waves were bigger than what took down the Edmund Fitzgerald. So it was. There were some big waves out there. Yeah.
Well, you know what, Oda, maybe we should make like anybody that wants to do something for Olympics. I mean, even if it's like, you know, a wearable or an emote would be awesome, because, you know, the right emote in the right place would be really, really, really funny. Like, if anybody hasn't watched curling, it is the most aggressive sport there is. Like, they have a broom and they're like aggressively sweeping the ice to reduce the friction of the giant stone, and they're yelling at the top of their lungs. Like, my mom and I used to love watching that just because we're like, damn, like, I mean, not to say they're all Canadians, but like a lot of them are Canadians and they're taking this really seriously. So that'd be really funny. An aggressive curling emote. Or like the ice skating. I wish that stupid ice skating emote was fixed, because that's such a good one. But maybe we need like a triple Lutz, or maybe we need, okay, you kids are too young, but maybe we need like a Nancy Kerrigan, Tanya Harding, like social emote. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It is Metatiger's here? Let's see. Yep, Metatiger's here. He'd be great for building country uniforms. Country uniforms, right? All these countries would be involved in this. And somebody would have to do like gold medals and silver medals and bronze medals and things like that. That would be fun too.
Too bad the freaking publishing cost is like $850.
I know. It is ridiculous. I mean, I'm not gonna say ridiculous, but it's too bad. If it's not mana you've been sitting on, and you just maybe take $100 out of your pocket, that's one thing. But when you're actually losing the amount of money you are on stuff that's been sitting in your wallet, that's tough to swallow. So,
yeah, that makes it a little bit harder. And I don't know. I'm like watching that price. Like, I don't know if I want to. I mean, you can still publish, but it's also like a good explanation of why like prices maybe are higher. Like, I know I'm putting my emotes higher than I want to, and there's other ones out there that are like, they're more expensive than they were 6 months ago or a year ago, but that's why. So if anybody's like, why the heck are these so expensive, it's like, if I price them 5 mana each, I'll never make that that cost back. And I want to keep publishing stuff. Like, it's nice when you can kind of get your cost covered so that you can at least like work towards publishing the next one.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I pulled, with the exception of I think 1 or 2, I actually pulled all my wearables off the market, just because I was getting $150 for them, and I don't build wearables, so my average cost to actually even put a wearable out there is at least $300. So I was going to make $30 off a $300 investment. I'm not looking to make money off it, but come close to breaking even would be nice. And so I just pulled them off the market, and I think that's what you're going. I think that's what you're going to see with some of these more expensive wearables too. They're just going to get pulled off the market. I know we talk about this a lot, how expensive wearables are, but at the same point, if you're not a builder of a wearable, if you don't know how to do it, it's a couple $100 usually to get one made, and then you turn around, depending on what you're having done, and then you're turning around and you pay the $100 fee to have it published. So that money adds up quick.
But I do actually think that it's fair to raise the price of of mana for your wearables. We're reaching a point where like what we used to think was a decently high price is no longer a decently high price. My example this past week is with our new friend Jake Wells. I woke up one morning or like got a notification on my phone, and it said that I had been sent 975 mana from and I was like, what the heck, who sent me 975 mana? And after doing the research, I found that it was Jake. And then from digging even deeper in there, he had bought a Mew hoodie on the Decentraland marketplace for 1000 mana. So so I mean, I think it's fair. I think it's fair, especially, I mean, the 1000 mana, what is it right now? Like 120 bucks around there.
Yeah, no, I mean the math is the math. It's just, it looks weird when you, let's say you've got it at 1,000 right now, and then 6 months from now, man, it goes back up to 30 cents, and you drop the price to make it realistic again. And
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it just looks bad in the overall ticker that, hey, I paid 1,000 mana and this person only paid, 200 mana. It just, that's the only thing. It's just how it's perceived. That's all. So that's why, for me, it was just easier just to pull them off the market. I was like, I'm just gonna pull them off the market, and then when mana goes back up, I'll put them back on.
Yeah. So which kind of leads me to think about, like, and of course it's like more work for the foundation. I was gonna say, like, perhaps maybe they can allow us to use more than like 2 characters in our description, and in there we could say, this item is pegged to $15 in USD value, so mana price may fluctuate. Just have that disclaimer, and then you as the individual can try to always keep it around that price.
Or they could just add it right into the code and make it so it does fluctuate.
They've talked about that. I think they mentioned that
Thank God.
2 AMAs ago, that like having the price fluctuate, so it's like, hey, this is, I want 20 US dollars for this, and then it's gonna be like, well, maybe that's 20 mana, or maybe that's 200 mana. But looking at like if I wanted to make a mythic and publish it, and it's 850 mana to publish, and I save 1 for myself, and then I sell them each for 100 mana, I won't even barely make my money back. So like, that's if I make it myself. If I pay somebody else to do it, I'm losing money by publishing. So it's like, I don't know, lose right now.
Well, for me, I can tell you right now, out of every wearable I've ever published, I broke even on 2 of them. When I say broke even, means I probably lost $25, $30. I have never made money on a wearable, and I'm not expecting to, right? Because I have to have other people involved to be able to even publish them. So I'm not expecting to. But what I don't want to do is be upside down on the wearable. I don't want to have to be like, I'm making $30 and I paid $300 for it. That wouldn't make sense for future wearables, because I'm not going to keep forking this money out of my own pocket. It has to be sustainable, at least, to be able to create new wearables in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, I think there's people that have done this and done it really well, and like created a metaverse business. I'm thinking of like M and Dr. Drip. I think that they have done such a good job of creating like fashion and like an actual brand in the metaverse. And like, we need people to be successful doing that. If we want more people to come in, we need to have existing use cases that we can be like, yes, you can be a creator here. And so I think that's where like you do have to make decisions based on like business, not just, oh man, I want to publish an emote and give it to all my, all my friends. Again, like, you do have to have a bottom line if you're going to make this like actually to return a profit, if that's your intent. And if it's not, that's okay. Like, sometimes, emotes and wearables are great to like advertise other things, like the venue that you might have, or some kind of like event. But I think that I'd wish we were a little more successful, all of us, like creating businesses here that were like returning more. And I say that having sold out of many emote collections that I have, and I have turned a profit on many of them. Some, no way. Like, I'm probably never going to sell out. It was like something I wanted to create and like didn't create it to sell. But I don't know. I'm at the point where I have to make decisions. Like, I'm just going to make higher mints. Like, instead of making legendary, I'm going to make them epic. And yes, like, it might take a long time to get my money back, but at least it's out there for a longer term.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. Like I said, for me, like even my Christmas one I put out, that knew immediately that was a gift, right? I'm going to give that to anybody who shows up at the event, and the people that were there all got it for free. And I did put it on the market, and I had it pretty low for a while. I did just up the price a little bit because, I don't want to take that off the market this time of year, but yeah, no, I agree. I think there are a lot of people that have been successful with it. I just think with where we're at right now, we're looking at the ones that are already out there are kind of upside down right now, right? Without changing the price on them is all I was kind of saying,
Yeah. Well, and I think just like understanding that it is so hard to price wearables and emotes. It's so hard to like look at this and I'm like, is this a $5 emote? Is this a 10 or like 5-mana emote, a 10-mana emote? And like, at least for me, I look at how much work I put into it. And there was one I made recently that was just like a leaning against the wall. And it was really fun to make. Kind of made that with a friend of mine. And it was like, it didn't take as much work. There's not as much movement going into it. And you're not, excuse me, you're not getting a ton for it. But then there's other ones where, if it's got a prop, holy shit, I can't tell you how much work that I have put into trying, not even mastering, but like trying to even be able to publish an emote 2.0. I have to like reteach myself every single time I make one. And every time I do, I'm surprised it works. Or I have to call Issa and be like, Issa, help me. So it's like, I mean, I've paid Issa to like sit there and help me learn these. So it's kind of like that investment wasn't even like towards an emote. That was like, I want to invest in my own knowledge because it's so hard. And like, I don't know, everybody should try to make one because emote 2.0 is so hard. But anyway, like, so I'm paying for my blood, sweat, and tears on those and my mental anguish, I guess.
I think we need a New Year's resolution from this guy named Sin. I've got a pretty damning picture that I can post publicly, so I'm sure he's going to go ahead and agree to this. Yeah.
Oh, that was a beautiful picture, sir.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful picture. I was in my work clothing and I was wearing a crown. I was literally a king.
You were a king. Wow.
Yeah. So I think Sin's going to commit to making a scene in Blender. I think he's going to commit to this or that picture may have to go public. That's all I can say.
Well, maybe I'll download a Blender or something.
Hey, look, I've got 11 episodes now on my YouTube channel. If anybody hasn't followed my YouTube channel, please, I've got 57 subscribers. My kids are like slaughtering me as far as that goes, and so I'm always like, guys, look, I got another subscriber. Meanwhile, they're like, I got 80 subscribers today. And so if you follow my channel, it'll help me be a little bit cooler as a mom. But there's also, I've made like 11 videos now if you want to learn how to build. It starts you in the builder tool in Decentraland, just drag and drop, then using like AI tools, but just like super simple. And we just got into Blender like 2 weeks ago in hopefully a very like low, like minimal impact kind of way. So I don't know, like for what it's worth, if you're interested, there's a lot of different ways to learn how to build. Not saying that my way is the only way, because I think you should find somebody that teaches in a way that your brain can, receive the information. But Sin, it would be awesome if you did that. Here's something interesting. Like, old guy, I was thinking about it, and you thanked me recently for the building that Mr. J.S. Stickle and I did last year, and like, you have surpassed me in just over a year. Like, you were starting, with less knowledge than myself, and then you have just skyrocketed to where I'm like, I should not be teaching these classes. You should be teaching these classes. So you're like proof that, like, nobody should have any excuses. I mean, old guy, you're just slaying it.
Well, I appreciate that, but that's all I did for a year though, in my free time. I mean, I had made that commitment last year, and that was all my free time. I was in Blender constantly, and I can tell you, my first build is still out there. It's right actually next to M down there in Sin now. But that was my first build, and I actually go and I look at it, and I remember how happy I was, and so proud of it. Now I look at it and say, man, I'm so embarrassed that I even created anything like this. Like, nothing snapped together. The bolt heads on it are crooked, and half of them are up, and I'm looking at it and going, wow. But that's what you can start out so simple, right? And make a square and put some windows in it and call it a house. And literally that was our first tutorial, right, Vanessa? And it was a square. And from there, I threw a porch on it, and I did this, and I played around with that for a couple of weeks. And I'll tell you, it was 6 months into it, and I believe it was MetaWolf who's like, and that's the thing, once you start talking about these things with people, then you get more tips. And MetaWolf was like, do you know how to use the snap feature? I said, what snap feature? What are you talking about? And that made my life so much easier, because I would spend hours trying to make every single piece level and touching and this and that. Literally, no, all I had to do was push a button. Now I can build a scene in about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how complicated it is. It used to take me 4 weeks to build a simple scene, right? So, Sin, that is your New Year's resolution, buddy. I need to see it. I need to see it, man. I need to see it. Actually, I need to see it before the Olympics, or the picture's coming out. That will be my new avatar. I will make that an avatar. I will send that to somebody. I'm going to make it an avatar. I'm going to make it a wearable, and then we're going to run around. I'm going to make it a skin, and we're going to run around Decentraland with the crown.
Let's make it like a guy, like it just runs around and says, I can't build in Blender. Ask me more about my crown. That's
hilarious. Okay, I'm going to shut up. Hey, Jay, hello. I see you came up.
Hi, friends.
Good morning.
Hi. It's nice to hear your voices. Good morning. Happy New Year. I don't think I've wished you all directly a Happy New Year, but Happy New Year. I came into the conversation hearing you all talk about the price of mana and pricing things in the marketplace, and simple, hit the nail on the head, is like more work for the foundation. And I think at some point, things will be even more open and decentralized, so that those in the community can make these tools, and it doesn't always have to fall on foundation. But whatever, it's a transition getting there. But the idea that I had listening to that was an OpenSea, they will have the price, in the token that was used for the transaction. But if you hover over it, or you go to complete a purchase or put in an offer, it will default to whatever your currency of choice is. So I use USD, And I know that there's way more to that than just saying it, because you have to know what the current exchange rates are and what the valuation of a currency is. But maybe not making it so that it can be converted to every local currency, but maybe just like the top three or whatever. But I think that would be helpful, because as much as we'd like it to be wholly sustained within the Decentraland mana only economy, it just that this hasn't happened yet. And I think we all have been experiencing just the effects of rapidly changing world events and economic uncertainty, just to a certain extent, not meaning to minimize what other people have faced, which is true economic uncertainty. But yeah, just maybe a suggestion like that, because seeing that somebody paid, as old guy said, paid 800 mana for something, and then another person paid 20 mana. Well, if it was paid 20 mana, when it was almost $5, $5 a token for mana, that's completely different. And just having that extra knowledge, or having access to that knowledge, I think would eliminate the need for anything else. I just think that's a logical step to provide people with the information, so that you can see that this is how you make an apples to apples comparison, instead of having to go through all the steps. Because if you're really interested, you could go back and say, okay, well, when did this purchase happen, and this is what cost of mana was in US dollars, and this is how much they actually paid for it. And I think that can be just a minor step to help not cool the market, but inform the customers, and make things seem a little more even and fair.
Yeah, thank you, AJ. I also, I have to wonder how much. Well, yeah, price is totally difficult to conjecture, but I know that with the marketplace rewards, there's not as much reason to buy mana if you're being rewarded mana for just interacting with the game, which I think is wonderful. So I don't want this to be misinterpreted that I think it's bad, but I just wonder how many of us, just ask yourself, when's the last time you actually had to buy your own mana, to buy a wearable or to publish a wearable. For me, it's been a while. And if nobody is buying mana because we're able to have this wonderful resource of earning mana by playing the game, then it makes sense that the price of mana is going down, because it's taken sell pressure off from the people that use the platform. And so it's just, I don't know, I'm happy that we have those. I'm definitely happy that I can use my mana to publish stuff, but I just wonder how much it's adversely affecting if people don't need to buy mana. And Sin, you had your hand up.
No, just being a smart ass. I when you said how many people are buying their own mana, I bought mana for giveaway prizes.
It would be a good idea, I think, and not financial advice. But I don't know. I have a lot of thoughts about this. Thinking about when the economy tanks in America and nobody has any money to spend, and then the U.S. government is the pocketbook of last resort, right? I'm thinking about during COVID, when so many people lost their jobs or had to stay home, or during the Great Depression, and foundations kind of acting like that right now, and to be totally blunt and frank. I mean, the numbers are getting better, but they're still way down. But I think it would be beneficial for all of us here as an investment in the platform to to buy and hold some mana, and only what you can afford. But earlier you guys were talking about when mana goes back up to 30 cents a token, just think about being able to potentially double your money. And that's, I had a significant amount of mana that I was holding on to. And then, a situation arose where it was beneficial to liquidate pretty much all of it. And that was to acquire some contiguous land, or some land that was right next to the CBD community space. But I still hold to the same idea. Once I have some additional funds, I will be purchasing mana and holding on to it, and hopefully sticking to it, to that investment as long as I can, because I do believe in the platform, and that what that really means is I believe in all of you all, and I think that's one thing that each of us can do, just as a minor step to counteract some of these forces. Just an idea.
Yeah, I mean, I think, like, I've lived through the insanity of this place, like, and it is kind of difficult to talk about, but I was buying mana at 4 cents and watched it go to 5.50, and then of course watched it go all the way back down without doing anything intelligent with those. So don't think I cleaned house. I didn't. I bought stupid wearables. So here I am, bag holder. But I'll just tell you what, it happened fast. It was out of control. And I sold so much mana, so much land when mana hit $1.25, because it had been around 73 cents. And I was like, mana is never going this high again. And it then the next morning it was like $3. So I think personally, what I've seen, what I've lived through, I've already done this once. And that was when we didn't have a lot to offer in Decentraland, when it was really a basic empty world with a very simple engine to build in, and no community that could reach out and help somebody new that wants to create something here. That's how that happened. And we're not returning as the same beast. We now have the creator hub, we have tutorials, we have CBD, which I'd like to always hope that if you have a question about building, you can come, you can ask a question, and you can build your wearable, build your emote, build your build. And maybe we've lost things, we don't have, Golfcraft and Wondermine and Knights of Antron, but I don't think that we've lost parts of us that are going to hinder us. I think if anything, we're springboarded forward. It's if you were going to travel the Oregon Trail, if you were a settler, you wouldn't be moving forward while you're packing your wagon. You'd be preparing your wagon. You'd be getting all of the repairs done. You'd be getting it loaded up, ready to go. So I feel like that's still kind of where we're at. We have Regenesis Labs now. We have leadership, concise leadership, that it's not just, hey, everybody take a little piece of the pie and build what you can in 6 months and hope you do good. Thumbs up. Trust me, bro. No, it's so different. And so just I'm still here. I'm bullish. I think that's what I look personally. I look to the people that are still here building, and who are they? What are they bringing to the table? Why haven't they left? Why hasn't Yamel left? Why hasn't Esteban completely just walked away from it? They haven't, and that means something to me. The fact that they're still holding their mana. They're still building. Like, this is I think it's gonna be okay. Like, yeah. Not financial advice, but man, there's a lot of good coming, and we have a lot more that we have built than 5 years ago in the last, bull run. So the next kind of like catalyst, like an announcement, it's not going to just come and they're going to, come in and be like, well, what's going on here? Like, they're going to come and they're going to find us, and hopefully we're going to be enough.
Sadly, I still don't think we're ready. We still have a lot more, but I still don't think we're ready.
So if the 10,000 new users come tomorrow, we're not ready?
No. We're better off than in 2021, but no, we're not ready. Like, there's still the aspect of yeah, we could take them on trails and like exploring expeditions, perhaps like from everything that we've built, but there's still that like attraction factor that is not here yet, like at least for like the gamer, the log in every day to mine your wonder mine rocks in hopes of getting a wearable or something like that, I feel like we're missing this. Oh, did we lose AJ? Let's see if I can invite him back up.
Oh no.
But we're definitely better off than we were 4 years ago.
Well, I think it's like all of the parts have to be kind of moving at once, and like I don't know, like none of them can stop. It's kind of like juggling. You can't take one ball out of the air to like polish the others. They all have to be moving, and I think part of that too is like to get investors to look at this project and invest in a capacity that would move the price of mana. Like, they need to Google Decentraland and see like momentum. They need to see that like, oh, there's people building here, there's people having fun here. Like, if they come and they look and it's old pictures like that, sadly the way that search engine optimization works, like SEO, it's gonna pull some of those old stories from 2021 and those old pictures before our new stuff, because it's relevancy. It's just been there longer. It's had more views, it's had more hits, it's had more reshares, like that's how SEO works. So sadly, if somebody looks up Decentraland, like look it up on YouTube. Like, there's some really bad stuff that comes up right away. And that's part of why I'm trying to build a YouTube channel, so that I can combat, Joe angry DCLer that like made the Dead Mall video. I mean, I know I can't compare with this because it's millions, but like, I'm just doing my little part to fill that space with positive, like constructive content. Like, it's not wag me, it's like, get a shovel, start building. Like, you gotta have to just build it yourself. So I think that like, that's why I've done a lot of what I do, like on Instagram and everywhere else, because it's not like a common way for people to find us. But if we want to tap into like search engine optimization, we've got to be, creating good content, like just now, not like in the bull run. Anyway, okay, I talked a lot there. AJ's back. Hi.
Hello. I see Billy out there in the audience. How's it going, Billy? Hope you don't mind that I share this. I mean, it is out in the public, but I just posted something from 6.5 years ago. Exploring Centre Genesis Plaza. You should take a look at that. I'm not going to give too much away, but it's, go back in and just watch it and see if you recognize anything, and check out the comments that are in there. Somebody called it a broke down version of Second Life, and like, what's the big deal? And yeah, there's still going to be still going to be some of that. And I think now most of us have built up an immunity to something like that. It's like, where's everybody else? Where are the others? I'd like to compile a list of all the ones that have come, and for the moment they were just like, oh, this is going to be great, and what's going to happen to Decentraland, and we're still here. So I'd really like to be put to the test. I'd really like to see whether we're ready or not. I'm not refuting what you're saying, Sinful, saying that we're not ready. I'd like to find out how not ready we are, or maybe how ready we are, and be put through somewhat of a stress test. There's no better teacher than experience. To have people come. I have been very much heartened by being in the new Genesis Plaza and seeing old friends come, and completely new people show up, new avatars show up, and make friends with them. And I think in many ways we are ready, but I think it really depends on, we define ready for what. And I think that's in large part up to us. Is like, what are we ready for? Instead of, waiting for some nebulous future moment of, well, we need to have this, or we got to have all this perfect moment. It's like, we're at a wonderful part in time when we get to determine the agenda, or the terms of what happens next. So as soon as you said that, Sin, I'm just like, well, what would it take? And then I started thinking of like, okay, well, really, what do we want to have happen? And I think that's a really good intellectual exercise. It's just like, what is our ideal? What do we see as being the preferred outcome? And then working towards that instead of a number or something that gets determined by somebody else. So I guess I just throw that question back to everybody else.
Well, I guess when I was saying kind of like we're not ready, it's more like we're lacking. I feel like we're lacking a the the addiction factor, something that will make a new user come back, like, because and while even there is like no events from us, like it could be a game. I don't know, really, to tell you the truth. It used to be Wonder Mines, which to this day I still don't understand why. But hey, here we are.
Well,
Go ahead, Olga.
well, I think that brings up a pretty interesting. Both those questions are very interesting to me, right? Or I should say statements. For the last few months, there's been a lot of debate whether we should wipe everything clean and start from scratch, and back and forth. And yeah, we need more to do here, right? And let's just say, I'm saying there is all kinds of land out there for people to build on if they want to, right? And land is actually cheaper than some of the wearables we have in the market right now, right? But who's going to do the building, right? I think there's a component here that we might be missing, and that is, where did all the devs go? And how do we bring the devs back? How do we get the people back that want to build these games and that you're talking about, that wants to be here for that longevity that Kness is talking about? We could wipe the slate clean, absolutely. right? I mean, that could happen. But then what? We've got a bunch. Oh, Sin, you'd love this. We'd have a bunch of rolling hills, but then what would we have to see here? So that's always my big push. One of my big pushbacks when we hear those things. It's like, but what's the plan after that? It was kind of like, well, guess what? The same thing that happened when we switched from STK 6 to STK 7. Hey, guess what? We're switching. But there was no plan on how we get there in the first place. And then what's going to be the consequences once we do that? Well, the consequence is we broke everything, right? That is an STK 7 now. And the devs were leaving one after another during that. And they've never come back. So I guess for me, the big thing would be, if we want to move this platform forward, how do we get those devs back? Is it money that the DAO has to fork over? It very well may be. I don't know. But it's like, how do we get them back so that everybody's building like they used to? And if we think about it, and this is the last thing I'll say, and then I'll shut up. But if we think about it, there wasn't a whole lot here, but even back in 2021. We had Wonder Mines, we had Wilderness, the Doll House and True Band Room took up the event page. You know, pretty much they had an event every single night of the week, and then we had Golfcraft. So if we could get 4 or 5 major games back on this platform, it would change everything, and they wouldn't even have to be big. So.
And you know what, Olga, I think like when you say, how do we get the devs back? Honestly, if there's devs that left when the money dried up, I personally don't want them back. I don't care how good you were. If you were here for the money, like, people, you don't have to agree with me, but I'd rather see new devs come in, and then I'd rather see people like you that have grinded your way to, like, I would call you a dev now. Like, you might not be coding like deeply, but I'd rather see the people here like become those people. Like, if you don't see the leader you're looking for, become that leader, because there was some toxicity that this place had that I think when people were here for the grants, and when the grants dried up and they left and they didn't help build us through that bear, I'll be the first to say it. Like, no, don't. You're here for the money. Just don't bother. Don't come back. But that's just personal. That's personal because I watched probably, well, I'm the number 1 most active voter in the DAO. So I think I know pretty well, like, who was here for the money, who got grants under different wallet addresses trying to hide their tracks, who still owes money back to the DAO, who never finished, never published their wearables that they got $5,000 for, or who used $250,000 to make a place to play music that was open for a month. Like, I'll fight to keep those people away. So the fact that they're not here, I'd rather have a sleepy metaverse that we're building on our own than to have freaking people here ready to sell their VP to the highest bidder.
I definitely agree with what Vanessa said, and I also want to add, like, and this is more in recent times without the grant process. It seems like the Decentraland devs work with a moving target. It's like 1 week the target is here, but then God forbid that Monday update or Friday update or whatever update that they tend to do, and boom, it's broken, and the dev team is like off for the next 2 days. So like, yeah, I think there's also deeper difficulties there with something like, you know, Decentraland needs to also fix their solve their shit, get their shit together.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't saying we need to pay them to come back, so I hope nobody thought that was the case, because you know me, I stay away from that as much as I can. But what I was just throwing the general question out there, which is, what can we do to entice them? I'm not saying we open it back up so they're making $160,000 for 6 months worth of work. I'm saying, what could we do to bring some people back? Because, you know, they're building other places, right? It is happening. So what are other platforms doing? And maybe that's what we do, is we spend some time looking at some of these other platforms. What are these other platforms doing that they are enticing these people to build there? Maybe it's not giving them money. Maybe it's simply giving them free tools, and communication's gotten so much better, right? 4 years ago, I don't know that there was anybody on the foundation that even knew who my name was, right? And now they're in communication with everybody, right? So you can reach out to somebody right now. That's the thing. You could in the help section, and somebody would answer you. I remember putting out 3 years ago, asking a simple question on something I was trying to do on my grill, and it was 4 days before I got a response. So I think communication's gotten a lot better. Now it's just a matter of, okay, so how do we bring the people in? We can bring people in, and like Shifai's done a great job, right, of bringing people in. They're building. I talked to somebody the other day that's doing that. They're building, but they're at the beginning stages. So it's like, how do we take it up to that next level and get those experts back in here? And look, yes, what I've learned has been a tremendous amount of information over a period of a year. But could I sit down and build a wonder mine? Probably not. Could I sit down and build a wilderness? Probably not. Probably through trial and error, but then I'd also get those complaints that, hey, this is broke and that's broke, kind of like I did the other night, right? So and then at that point, it's like, okay, so how do I fix this, right? So it's like, how do you bring those dev teams back in? It's all I was really saying. I'm not saying we should be paying for it as a community. I'm saying, how do we entice them back into this virtual land, specifically because right now, somebody could come in here, spend $1,000 and have all these parcels and build a huge game, right? Where 3 years ago, you were paying $6,000 for a 1x1, right? So the opportunity's here now. This is when we should be reaching out to that side of it, saying, come in and build here. It's more cost efficient now than it's going to be in 3 years.
Opportunity is what you need to get people to come here. They need to see an opportunity. They need to see some way to capitalize, and capitalize, that means money. And I think the easiest way towards that, that we can default to is we just say, okay, we'll pay people. Well, that comes with its own complications. But what else would be an opportunity? I think about Farcaster, obviously, because I've spent a significant amount of time there, and that's a platform that has grown quite a bit. I think there's over now 1 million accounts that have been created. Many of those are spam, yes, but what each developer gets when they are able to work on that platform is access to a whole bunch of users. And that's numbers. So it's kind of like a chicken and egg thing, right? It's like, well, how do we get more people here? Well, we need to have places for them to go and things for them to do. Well, how do you do that? Well, you need developers. Well, what do developers want? Well, they want people. And I think many of the latest projects, programs, and attempts from Foundation have been to help lay the quote-unquote foundation for that. I think about game night. I think about the movies that Foundation has sponsored. I wasn't able to go to any of them, but I think that's a pretty low barrier to entry, low threshold of initial investment to set up. And I know other places have done that. I've had watch parties. I've watched movies at Stan's place, Decentraland and elsewhere, Hyperfi. But yeah, numbers, people. So we get back to, okay, well, so what do we do now? We keep doing what we're doing. And yeah, old guy, Foundation didn't know who you were. It takes about a year to get a year's worth of experience, and you spent your time wisely here, right? And I think for me, the reason always has been, to make to make friends. That's what I want to make in Decentraland, and to collect memories. So I'm not solely interested in making money and collecting NFTs. It's making friends, collecting memories, and I think having whatever it is for you, whatever it is, it may not be. I'm not saying you have to be exactly aligned with me, but have something that is a core component of who you are, that will feed you and sustain you. When I make something new, like Olga, you said earlier, when you made that cube with everything was aligned and not snapped or whatever, you felt so proud of it, and that is what I'm talking about. That will revive you, sustain you, nourish you, creatively or otherwise. And I think everybody that's here right now, has that. And I think that instead of, I don't know, just going back over, the people that rage quit, the people that left once the money dried up, whatever, let's take the assets. Let's look at the assets that we have now and be thankful. Be thankful for them. People like Issa, people like Bay and like Kim and like Dr. Krillo, and I think about Dogman, right? I mean, I had him help me with the Jump Zone game, and I think about people like Lastrom, who also helped me with the finishing touches of the Jump Zone, and back when portable experiences and smart wearables was a thing, and helped ABCs, specifically CK and I work on the Waypoint backpack, where you could record your stops along the way. And I think about all the work that Last Slice has done, and how it was the first place in Decentraland where you could buy wearables and emotes, inside Decentraland. And now there's a store in Genesis Plaza that it looks like, soon it's going to open up, and you're going to be able to do that. I mean, I see that, as a direct result of the work that the Slicers did in creating that store. So are we ready for 10,000 users? No. Are we ready for 1,000? Yeah. The difference between there and here is it's time and grind, right? We gotta start somewhere, and I think here is a good place to start. I think here is a very productive, very fertile place to start. So what can people do when they come here? I mean, they can spend time, and that's what we have. That is our most valuable resource, right? We are all each our own one-of-one NFTs, and our utility, our priceless utility, is the time that we spend with each other. So when new people come in here, we can spend time with them. I think about, people talk about the loneliness epidemic or whatever. It's like, just spend time with people, even if it's online and virtual. That still has a valuable impact. And that doesn't even mean talking to the person or at the person. That just means like maybe asking one or two questions and then shutting the fuck up and listening to what they have to say. There's a lot of value in that, and I think I think we should definitely keep that on hand and not discount that, because we do have a lot. We do have a lot to offer. It's just a matter of reminding ourselves of what that is, and then utilize it.
So I did have a suggestion. I thought about this the other night, AJ. To upgrade the Bozai game, man. Make that center target moving. I was jumping the other night. I was like, if this was moving, and then what made me think of it was the wave that I had created for New Year's. But I'm like, if you can make this move, it would be so addicting because you couldn't stop jumping. You'd have to hit that Bozai somehow.
Well, yeah, I mean that's always been the plan. And if you look at my land account, I'm one parcel away from expanding that 2x2 to that 4 parcel part where the target is to a 3x3. So I either need to make the target a little smaller, which is also part of the plan to make it change the size and to change its movements, and then also to have obstacles come shooting by in your path. I mean, yes, absolutely. It's like I was saying about time. I just had 2 weeks off. I've got today and tomorrow, then I go back to work, and it's been fucking fantastic to have this time off. I've really appreciated it, and being able to spend it with the people I love, with family and with friends. Just recently said goodbye to CK, who's going on to a exciting new chapter of their life. But yes, absolutely, that is part of the plan. And I still haven't forgot about the people who got the top 10. I have wearables that are in the process that will be released as prizes. So yeah, stay tuned. It's just taking me a little more time because that's been a rare commodity for me. But yes, it is in the works. It is on the way.
Well, Oddjob, we miss you. We're glad to have you. We'll take whatever we can get of you. I know where you're at, not just in the schedule of the year, but the emotional part of the year. Just school years are on their own rhythm. So we're glad to have you. And you just, you give us what you can, but you give those students, first because they need it. And I see He Knows Gaming has come up. It's been a little while since we've heard from He Knows, so good morning. Glad to see you here.
Yeah, always good to see you guys. What is up, Decentraland fam? Mew, Kanessa, happy motherfucking Saturday? Is it Saturday? I think it's Saturday. Just wanted to come up. I heard you guys talking about what to do to grow Decentraland, and I think a huge thing that has been collaborating between metaverses is OpenPage, and seeing Rustan get sponsored and put on the front of OpenPage for a really amazing avatar even renewed some of my interest in Decentraland. And I think the more collaborations moving forward and the more technology and people that build stuff, not to quote Wayne's World here, but if you build it, they will come. And so excited for what you guys will be doing in 2026, and appreciate you having me up here, and happy Saturday, everybody.
Bro, that's from Wayne's World. I've been saying that's from the old early 2006 Flags commercial.
Guys, it's from Field of Dreams. It's Kevin Costner.
Oh, if you book them, they will come.
It's
Yeah,
the
they were
ghost
quoting
of
it.
Smokey. What's his name? Shoeless Joe. If you build it, they will come.
I'm right though, right, Oddjob?
Yes, that is what it's from. It's originally from that. Yes,
You're
and then I
making
think Wayne's World came after, and then was quoting that. Yes,
I-
absolutely.
You're making us old, you guys.
Well, I know that He Knows and I are within the same age range, so it fist bump to you, He Knows, and I love that we have all of you to tell us oh, you youngsters, this is not where it's from. Last thing I can think of in this situation was the Move It Like Bernie, I think that's what it's called, the emote. I was like calling it like, oh yeah, I used to do this in high school and shit. And you guys are like just face palming the entire time.
Okay, wait. I know it's not related to Decentraland, but like you are a baseball fan. How can you not know Field of Dreams?
I was more like into what's Major League, Major League Two.
Oh my gosh. I quit you. I quit. You're go off the space.
Guys,
You're
I'm
fired.
I'm fired again for the second week
Oh my
straight. I don't know
God.
how I weaseled my way back in, but
Hey,
I'm fired again.
I'm angry now. We're angry. That
Hey,
was
hold
a
up.
classic movie. Come on.
I still have to find the romantic baseball movie about the Tigers pitcher, Book of Love or some shit like that. Ball of Love,
I don't
Game
know,
of
like,
Love.
have you at least watched The Sandlot?
Of course,
How about A League of Their Own?
A League of Their Own. Okay, maybe now I'm
It's for the love of the game.
for the love of the game. Yes, I've watched that too, Canessa. So now you know I'm very in tune with my softer self. Like inside that hard shell that is Mew Mew, there is a soft little crustacean that lives in there. So
All right. Well, Hinos, thank you for coming and making us boomers feel like we just are 1 foot in the ground.
thank you for backing me up, Enos.
I got your back, brother.
Oh my-
Always.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so thank you for letting me just like grill and roast Sin a little bit. But back to important matters. The OP badges, I think, have been like the most, for me, like the most exciting thing that's happened in a really long time in Decentraland. And so it's awesome. I didn't know that it's cool you saw the Rustan drop. And have you been collecting the OP badges?
Yeah, so I've been completely addicted, and I actually purchased an open page pass myself. You can go claim my badge for free if you would like. It's called the No Zone OG badge, and yeah, I think I'm at about 200 badges total, and somewhere around 35 open page avatar wearables.
So
Look
so
at
if you wanted, I know once you have that many badges, you're looking at the competition around you. You're trying to get a leg up from them. Let me let you into some alpha. We've been claiming our OP badges on Decentraland. So in order to for like some of our events, like Rustan's events, Canessa's events, Old Guys events, and a few more, Stony Eye. You can collect their badges by coming into the event and going to the little booth and clicking on it.
Dude, that is awesome, and I mean that's huge, and I think the more of that happens in 2026, the more excitement we'll see, not just around Decentraland, but Web3 metaverses in general.
Yep, indeed. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say maybe we need to do more advertising of that. Maybe we need that needs to be on Twitter rather than, hey, we're having another event in Decentraland. It should be, hey, I've got a brand new OP. You need to come into these chords and find it. And then you probably have to show people how to get there, but maybe we need to do more of that.
Guys, I don't mean to interrupt, but guys, what? Oh. Okay, the Decentraland community on the OP page right now. On the list, I'm seeing it listed as number 3, but when I click on it and it says OP rank, it says number 2.
And look whose badge is active right now for New Year's, still chilling out there for 12 more hours. If nobody's gotten that, it's maybe ours. But it's still
Okay.
But yeah, go
He
for it.
knows. I'm on your page. I think you're wearing Rustan's other side wearable, yeah, with the hat, and you got a little TV screen or whatever for face with an ape on there. how do I get your badge?
I think you have to search under communities for Nose Zone. I'm not sure if you can get it directly from my page there or not.
Well,
Yep.
okay, now I'm at the nose zone. And then do I just click on the badge here that says Nose Zone OG?
Yeah, and it should just let you get it straight up free.
Okay. Check availability. I don't know if I have it.
Yeah, it's not letting me. I guess for some. I guess what's blocking me is requirements. I need to link my X account to OpenPage.
Highly suggest that for OpenPage. There's a lot of scammers going out there impersonating people, so linking your X is definitely the safest thing to do.
Okay, I think that's the same thing for me. So, good to know. I've linked my wallet. I'll do that. Thanks for the tip.
Yes, and I will join the Nose Zone as soon as I link my X.
And there's a bunch of accounts, Kinos, that you can follow. Like if you're not, like there's the CBD account, there's MetaVeast Roaming Party, Stony Eye, there's the main Decentraland account. There's a bunch of little, like less active ones, but definitely hit us up. Like, so what you're saying, old guy, like I've been pretty much doing that. Like every CBD space has its own OP badge. And each week it's different members from the community. I'm trying not to repeat anybody. So sometimes I got like the best shot, but it's somebody that was already featured. So I'm trying to like, CBD is about the community. It's about the people. Like we're nothing without everybody. And so that's why I want those badges to reflect like the soul of Decentraland. And then when people from OP look at those badges, they're seeing us. Like what better way to show off the community than like show the community that's building it. So there's those badges, and then every Tuesday when I do my I like calling it BBL. Like every Tuesday we work on our BBL. If you get it, you get it. But Builder Basics Live, rebranding, kind of that. So I can have a funny acronym. Again, I've got a badge for that. Those are those are not many people grab those up. At first I was doing it very limited, like 2 hour, like you had to be at the class. But now they're kind of 24 hours just because people were, not able to grab them or something. So like to me, the best thing about that is when this week I had the emote and the wearable, I wanted to get them published, didn't get them published for Saturday's space. But it's so easy. All I have to do is go back and just look at who had the OP, just grab your addresses from that, and I just send everything out. So it is like amazingly efficient to use that as a tool. And then I've rewarded people like, hey, you were the first person to get my OP last month, and now I'm going to send you the wearable for free early because you had my OP. So like, I don't know, I just, note to self, grab my OPs because I like rewarding people for getting them. It also gets us on the, it's good advertisement to get Decentraland and then CBD higher on those leaderboards. So, yes, maybe that's also why I'm trying to, get our numbers up there. But I will continue to reward people who get these OP badges, and I'm going to reward you after you get it. I'm not going to tell you what's coming because I'm usually late publishing emotes and stuff, but it's a good way. It's a great way to like reward your fans, and that's what it's literally branding itself as a way to connect with your audience. And so yeah, I think we've been doing a good job of that, just using those instead of just, hey, come on scene and I'll give you a wearable, because there's people that immediately flip those and they list them for sale, and that grinds my gears. So like this is also a way to slow that down, and like I'm not just gonna send it out to everybody. I'm gonna like let people click that. If you don't want to click it, I get that too, and like I'll have that conversation. I know there's somebody who doesn't want to click them just because security and stuff, so I just I work that out with him one-on-one.
Are you talking about the OP badges they don't want to click?
Yeah, they're just they're just concerned with clicking stuff, and that's fine. Like I'm not even gonna like try to convince anyone to click something. If you're not feeling it, don't don't click it. Like, so far so good. Everybody's been safe. I think it's very safe. I've used, Ruston's code, but I get that we should still also be very, cautious of clicking anything in Decentraland. So that's why I'm like not hard pressed. If you don't want to click it, just hit me up, talk to me.
Yeah, we've got to get these in Genesis Plaza.
So when you say claiming your badges, is that under the Decentraland account or is it under your own personal account over there?
Both. So sometimes I will launch a badge through the Decentraland account. So like right now, if you go to the chords -134.84, that is a New Year's badge. That one is tied to the main Decentraland account. But then for CBD and for my own building, that I have through the community building Decentraland community. There's a few ways that you can do these badges if you want to launch them in Decentraland. But all roads lead to Ruston because he's at least a digital god of OP badges. We need his server to host the API. So right now, if you want to host it the way that Ruston has built for us, you do have to use his kind of like his code. And so he's helped a few different communities get that code. It's about server. It's about hosting it on a server. So he's helping us with that. But if other people want to spin up a server, do it on their own, they don't need to go through him. But the nice thing about this, the API that he has created, is that it's like a kind of like a funnel. You have to go into Decentraland to get these OP badges, which is nice because yes, we could game the system right now and just be like, here you go, join us on our Twitter space and just claim it, and like, yes, we could do that and like be madly successful, but this just kind of creates incentive for people to actually log in. I mean, there's people in the Twitter space that aren't in Decentraland right now. So like, if you want that OP badge, you gotta log in. So it's like the carrot and the carrot dangled out there, like grab that badge, but you gotta log in. And there's different ways to do it. There's nothing wrong with doing it like just having it as a claim code through OP that you can just click on, like I did for yours. So it kind of depends on like where, like how people want to frame it. Like what's the value add? Like yours, he knows maybe you have to like go onto party and grab your party code and then come back to OP and grab that badge. Like, it's nice. You can do it a lot of different ways.
You said this current one is at the Cantina?
There's actually two. There's one at La Cantina down at the bottom, and that is through Community Building Decentraland. And then there's another one just like 8 parcels away maybe at -34.84, and that one is still live. That's from New Year's Eve, but I set the time frame to grab that way longer just because I know people can't always get in. Parents got a parent, you can't always like jump on Decentraland. So I wanted to give people a little more time to grab it.
Shoot, on my way.
Yeah, he knows that's 2 other side badges that you'll have over the competition now. So yeah, Decentraland's the play.
Oh, and Ruston just posted. Hold on, I'm gonna pin this to the space because Ruston has a list of all of them. They're really fun ones actually to grab. So let me. Gotta find this. Gotta dig it up. Hold on. All right, you keep talking, Sin. I will post this. I gotta copy and paste it.
Talking. I keep talking. Yep. Let's see. Yeah, I'm looking in World. Ruston did share that list, so he knows. Definitely take a look at that. Let's see. I see Artista planking inside the water. Are you okay, bro? Like, do you need any help? Let us know. And I want to welcome Alan Howick for popping in. 7 Colors Harmony, Dio the God. Good morning, Billy T Coin. And I see Whale the Penguin has also popped into Decentraland. In world, or I mean, on the space, I see Jake Welds in the building. Welcome, Jake. Got your hoodie all sent out. Thank you for picking up a new Decentraland hoodie. I was so confused. I had forgotten that it was listed. But yeah, it's sent out. And Make, I see you down there. Good morning. Happy you made it. Hope you didn't party too hard last night for the Meta Beast roaming party. And good morning, Mariana. Great to see you. Oh snap! I see Quan in the house as well. What up, Quan? Multi NFT. Great to see you. And of course, we have the usual suspect, the Mary Shark and the Billy T Coin. We have the Grill Master, Jim Cedric. And I believe that's everyone in the room. Atlantic Sunrise, very nice to see you. What up, Meta Beast? I have to say, what an amazing New Year's event that we just had. And I thought I read a post by Rishi Girl saying that she saw 89 people at the event. I would like to know where she saw these numbers. Because like, I mean, I was taking pictures all through the night and I haven't compiled the list yet, but like, I mean, like, I feel like we definitely went over 50 people. We can say that with confidence, that like throughout the night with all the different time zones, we went over 50 people. But yeah, I'd like to get Rishi Girl's alpha. Does Rishi know something we don't? Oh, looks like sorry, I got a little notification here. I guess it was Odd Job dropping down.
Okay, got the space or the pinned tweet up here at the top. So if anybody's looking for all of the badges that you can collect in Decentraland that aren't like time limited, because a lot of them, like CBD, this one is always 24 hours. You just have 24 hours to grab it, and then by Tuesday I'm going to throw in another one. So the ones listed in this are kind of like your permanent OP badges. Some of them are really awesome. You have to like go through a like haunted house to get there, or like a parkour. That one killed me, like some of the parkour, because I needed those badges and I'm like, I can't, but I did it. Some of them are just super easy. You just walk right up, grab the badge. And thank you so much, Rustan, like compiling that list. I think it's awesome, and it's fun to see what everybody, is grabbing. And then in those, in that list, like I'd say follow, like if you can, look for the people that you can follow. Like we should all follow He Knows, throw him out there and be like, follow his community. And like if we kind of do that, follow each other, it definitely, that's how we grow. Share the love.
I see Shamanego has popped into La Cantina on Decentraland. It's been a while since I've seen you around. Hope you're doing great.
Oh, that's awesome. There's been some friends, it's nice to see some old friends come in and like, like if somebody hasn't been in for a while, I would love to know like what they think when they come into Genesis Plaza and they see like, a city where there once was like a waterfall. And it's pretty cool. I'd love to see like, actually like Maddie, like DCL Blogger, the guy that made the video that Odd Job was talking about. Like, I'd love to have DCL Blogger to come back and take a tour through. That'd be pretty cool. Because he was like, if anybody doesn't know, he was the GOAT. He made so many resources back in like 2018, 2019, just looking at land and like always talking about it. Like, yeah, I know he's busy. He's got other stuff going on, but it'd be fun to see him come back.
Vanessa, I can confirm La Cantina is one of He Knows Gaming's favorite locations on Decentraland.
Well, I would love to get like gaming and streaming going there. Like I also see Temple down in the audience. I see he's a Web3 gamer. Like, let's face it, guys, we have not capitalized on Web3 gaming as much as like I personally thought we would by now. I wanted to have like a weekly game night, but then Sin shot that down that I couldn't.
Yes.
Fortnite and Decentraland and stream to OBS at the same time. I think he's wrong, but then he kind of has a good point. So
Your PC will be thanking me.
I don't have a PC, I have a laptop.
Oh, it will definitely be thanking me.
But it's also my heater in my room, and you know, so. But anyway, we need gaming. We need game nights going.
Yeah. I mean, we could always use Discord.
I think that might be what we do. Discord or I don't know. Discord and then stream to party and Twitch and like I just want to be I have a very specific thing that I want to do. Now that I hit Unreal, I want to go spread peace and joy to the children of Fortnite, and I want to go out there and then just go stand in those Unreal lobbies and do the hug emote, and then see who will come and hug me or who will come and shoot me. And I'm going to call it hug or a dub, because let's face it, sometimes you need a hug. And those kids, those are hard lobbies, they need a hug. But sometimes you need a dub. And so like I could just spread peace and love in the higher echelons of Fortnite. At least
my
Murder. You must murder.
My sweet summer child. You're gonna find yourself getting exploited. They'll take the hug and then they'll murder you.
Yeah. And that's what I mean, is like that might be what they need to get them through the day. Because like if you know about Fortnite, you rank up higher if you kill Unreals. And nobody is higher than Unreals. So like I would be giving back. It would be like my blood and my body of being Unreal would help them, those children, especially like when you're champion ranked, you don't get to Unreal. I can't tell you the pain that I was 18% away. Anyway, I want to stream that to the world so that they can see hug or a dub. But anyway, I digress. Back to Decentraland. But Decentraland would be such a good tool, because then I could stream it here and people could just watch me get taken out by the 10-year-olds.
Oh, hey, Visi Vasi, you can claim the OP badge if you go down into the cave under La Cantina. So if you follow my jumping avatar, and you'll probably hear this audio in about 2 minutes. I should probably type follow me. Then you too can claim your very own OP badge.
You know, Canessa, I have to ask, how many games did it take to get to Unreal?
This season it did not take as many, but in the spring when I was playing, I was averaging a 1% increase per game, which means 100 games to grind from just through champion alone. And then, I mean, I had a spreadsheet because I'm a freaking adult with Excel. And I'm not a kid. So I was averaging like 3 to 5% increase at elite level. So that would have been like 30 games to get through elite. This season though, it was quicker. I don't get it. I could go up like 8% per game and killing no one, because I can't kill anyone at this level. Like, don't get me wrong. This is pure strat, and the longer you can stay alive, the higher you can rank up, and then depends on who kills you. So the higher ranking person that kills you, you want to be killed by an Unreal or champion. But if you get killed by a silver or like a platinum, you are a loser. And like, So like I had a diamond kill me a few days ago, and I was like so happy because that's like they're gonna be shitting themselves because you don't know until the end that like you killed an Unreal because they're gonna rank up so much. Like there's a whole procedure, but I don't know, too much, but it's time well spent, I think.
I know this season I've been having fun with the ice because you're sliding all over that ice, and people will be out there battling and they're sliding back and forth, and I come around the corner with my emote from the Simpson car, and I'm driving right along without a problem, and I pop up out of there and shoot them because I'm not sliding.
Oh, so you're in zero build? Because we don't have that in build.
No, it's in build. I have it in build. That's all. Yeah, in ranked.
I play zero build.
I haven't seen ice once in ranked build.
Really? Well, I have it.
You're just not landing in the right places.
Yeah. Middle of the map. Let's see. Middle of the map. I'm looking at it right now. Take a look. Middle of the map, up at the top. If you actually look, it looks like a bear claw. That's all ice. So I'm in ranked right now. I'm diving on the ice. Yeah, and I just come around on use that emote. Everybody else slips and slides around, and I'm trying to think what town is next to it here. Yeah, unless you have a different version than I do.
I don't know. Oh, but Rustan just said in chat in DCL, how is Fortnite still popular with you boomers playing in it? I'll tell you how it's popular, Rustan. I got to play with a kid that goes to my son's school, and he's not the nicest kid. And I just wiped the floor with him. And now I think things are gonna go better at school because like mom is Unreal, and like she just no mercy. I don't know if this is like setting people around me up for like trauma issues when they're older. Like, Mom, why did you get all my friends?
Mom, why did you beat the bully from school in Fortnite?
Yeah, and they can see I'm Unreal. Like, I don't know if this is good or bad, but
because she's a good mom who's a straight killer. Sheesh. Can we just say huge congratulations? Has it come out that we've been able to see the jewelry that we've all been waiting to see, or maybe it's just me?
I will have to get a better picture. I did my nails to match it, but then it was dark, so I didn't get good pictures. I will post it. I'm so proud of my jewelry. I'll take pictures after this and post it. I'll make it my my gamer thing. It matches my other jewelry, and then that makes me think we need DCL jewelry. And I know Bitcoin got me some DCL jewelry, but we need some 24 karat DCL jewelry.
Well, I've only been chasing you around multiple platforms waiting to see it, so super excited. And want to say thank you to everybody who came out. Huge thank you to Old Guy from New Year's. That was so much fun. Incredible build. And it was just a great weekend in Decentraland. For all of those who came to the Meta Beast party, we are still working through some of our issues when it comes to the new build, but we'll get there. The stream ran all night, which is a huge success. I think there's still maybe either there's too much going on in the build overall, as you know, some of you guys can see the 2 floors that are existing, but there are more floors attached. So we'll keep bothering KJ until we get everything going perfect. But thanks for the opportunity to rock. And Mew, thanks for saving me all night running the admin tool.
You guys are animals. I'll just tell you that much. I wish that migraine hadn't knocked me out because I just wasn't 100%. But that was such a nice party. You guys just killed it.
So you had a migraine on New Year's. Well, New Year's Eve leading into New Year's. I had my headache on New Year's Day. Oh my god.
Mine actually lasted like 3 days. It was like low grade,
Jeez.
but like I'd wake up at night and it still hurt, and I'm like, yeah. But that's the nice thing about like not drinking is waking up on New Year's Day and you're like, oh, I have a headache, and you're like, oh, it's not because I drank too much. It's just like a fucking headache. So then you're like, maybe I should have drank so that at least I'd be like, have something good to tell about it. But no, I
At least you
tell
have a reason.
you guys were sleepy the next day. I could tell it was a sleepy place.
I was so sleepy. I was so yeah, toxic just like laid down on you. She's like, don't move, Canessa.
Yeah, and I wanted that couch published. I'd like submitted it the night before, but all of the curators, I'm sure understandably, were like partying around the world, and so it didn't get approved until the next morning. But then that was perfect because I was like, yeah, like this is the vibe we need New Year's morning. Like we don't need to be dancing. We just need to be like probably sitting there not even moving our head and just like the world is spinning. We just need in coffee, maybe strong coffee.
What time did we finish it? I think we finished at 5 a.m. It might have been 4 when I lost it, but it was pretty close. Because I know Stony went till 4 our time. So it was a wild one.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, I wasn't in bed till like 7 a.m.
Well, now we have a new year ahead of us. I personally don't do like New Year's resolutions because I feel like I need to make that resolution every day of the year. So like it's kind of like futile to make it one day a year. Like I gotta like approach every like July 3rd should be, I should be like making my resolution for the day. But how about you guys? Do you make New Year's resolutions? Anything you want to see happen this year?
I get New Year's blackmailed. I don't do resolutions.
Yeah, we are be blackmailing you for that. Oh no, odd job. If you're talking, you sound like a robotic squirrel. Yeah, you sound like Elvin got zapped by the mainframe.
Try again. How do I sound now?
Yeah, that's you. That's good old you.
Okay. I was gonna say I'm in your camp, Canessa. If it's something that's important enough to get done, do it right now. Don't wait for, a specific day of the year. Every moment, every right now is an opportunity to start something new. I think right now, one of my goals is to get community building Decentraland and Decentraland to be the number 1 and the number 2 communities on OP. It sounds like a pretty good goal. Who's with me?
Well, damn. I mean, that would be awesome. That feels like a lofty goal, but that's a worthy goal.
I think it's totally doable, right? I mean, let's get as many people as we can on OP, and join each other's communities, be active in each other's communities, and get those numbers up.
Well, one thing that I think that a lot of us have already been through is the unexpected experience of getting Hyperfi land and then thinking about what happened almost a year ago when they dropped a coin. And it's really interesting just to look at like possibilities for OpenPage that is very doable, that they could also, do something similar, some kind of like future reward where, you know, for Hyperfi, you were given a specific amount for every land deed you owned. I mean, what's to say that, you know, OpenPage wouldn't do that for every badge that a holder has? Like, there's crazy possibilities, I think, that we could see with something like this. Not saying that that's going to be the same route, but like the sky is the limit. And this specific OpenPage protocol, like what they're doing is, I think it has so much potential. And we already have like insight to that I think people don't have, because we went through the whole POAP experience in Decentraland. We saw what that could do. So I think we definitely have an advantage here.
Another thing that this reminds me of is Lighthouse. Having been a lightkeeper for a hot minute, you know, that was the open aggregator of virtual worlds. So, you know, your Hyperfis, your OnCybers, your Decentralands, all of those places were cataloged there, and it seemed well, at the time it definitely was, especially because it was right around was it music festival or fashion week, and there were just a lot of new discovery through Lighthouse, and there were so many people from the Decentraland community who were able to go in there and you know, favorite and join and promote. So we are small but mighty. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, we're small, we're mighty, and then we're experienced. And that right there is the number one thing. Like, I mean, odd job, you know, old guy, you guys, like, I don't have to tell you, but like growing old, you realize like experience is worth a lot. Like, I did some stupid shit. Like, I bought a Jeep CJ7 like with 35-inch tires. I didn't need to do that. Like, I learned from that mistake. I'm never gonna do that again. Like, we have experience under our belt in Decentraland, being the longest running world built on the Ethereum blockchain, but we also just have, like, you know, many years in Web3, and we have connections that come from that. So like, we absolutely are a way bigger powerhouse, I think, than we even realize and even give ourselves credit for. Like, having watched these new metaverses come up and open, and they're doing their thing and they're promising the world. You see people buy land, you see people talk about it and building and this and that, and like, they're going to make a DAO. Like, you know, there's things that we know that I think are really going to help us get to like the next step.
Yeah, it is interesting to see the new metaverse platforms, like you mentioned, the platform offering the world and everyone just getting excited, and in all reality, they're coming into the same issues that Decentraland has hit in the past, and who knows, maybe even some new issues on their end due to like different platform, but yeah, you can definitely see like all the challenges that they're having. It's like, hey, we had that like 3 years ago. How did we overcome it? We barely didn't. We're still overcoming it. So yeah.
Yeah, or we overcame it by like leaning on each other. And that, I think, right there, like the network effect, like you've said, Sin, your network is your net worth. And like, really, if you don't know how to do something, I think there's people in Decentraland that can help you. And the longer you're here, the more you know like who to turn to. Like, if I need wearable help, I know, you know, I can turn to AJ. Or if I need emote help, I'm like, Issa, help. So if you're new here and you're like, I don't know, like it's cool, but I don't know if I got, like, I don't know if this is for me. Like, there are resources here, I think, that can help you get where you need to go. And it's not Sin and I, it's not the people on the speaker panel necessarily, but like, we at least have the roadmap of pointing you in the right direction of like, yeah, this is the person to talk to for, getting this on your land. Or if you want to code something, this is the person. And now, old guy, I'm going to be pointing them your way because you've done so much cool shit in such a small amount of time.
Yes.
Whoa.
I too will be pointing in your.
Let's do it this way. If I can show Sin how to build something in Blender, then you can do that. Until that point, I haven't achieved anything.
Oh boy. Applying the pressure back to me.
Jeez.
Start with the donut. Start with the donut, dude. Whatever you do, start with the donut.
Unfortunately, the donut tutorial is hell.
Do not start with the donut.
I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. The donut.
Oh.
No, fucking with you. Like, no. You know what I did? I'm learning an Unreal Engine, and now we have, and Blender has it now too. You can get the Claude desktop and do the MCP thing. And at least I don't know if that even is for Blender, but there's a plugin now. You can literally use natural language, like just talking to an LM, like typing or using dictation, and you tell it what you want it to build and give it really simple commands, and it will literally build you shit in Blender and Unreal that is amazing. Like I've been doing all the last 2 weeks. That's all I've been doing. Is just like playing with that. Like getting used to doing that and like playing around with it, dude. It's pretty epic, dude.
That's really cool. Could you provide it like images as well as like references?
I don't have anything yet that I want to show anybody yet because I'm still perfecting everything and everything's kind of like.
Oh no, I was referring to like the prompt. Could you feed it images to reference?
Yeah.
Yes.
And like you can also use like I just got in the ambassadorship program with Tripo.ai. Which is really cool, and Meshi works good, but I think Tripo's a little bit better. I heard that Scenario is even better, where you can feed any one of those three a 2D image, and it'll spit out a 3D model of it, and then you can just import that through the Claude desktop into Unreal or Blender.
Are you taking notes, Kanessa?
I am. I mean, I'm really happy with what I've had so far with like the CSM, the Common Sense Machine, just like putting in prompts and getting something out. Note to the community, if you do have a CSM membership, they are changing course really fast. So I think we have like 3 more days to download all of your models. So, and then from there, we're going to have to find like a new option, many different options. There's like Meshi AI. A lot of good ones out there. I don't know what happened with CSM. Like it figures. It's just like Vipe. You make something really good, and then you just like totally change direction and rug it. It's like, come on, dude. I don't know what they're doing, but it's.
You can also if you're doing vibe coding and you're using Cursor, you can hook up Cursor with a Blender or Unreal now too.
Yeah, and I feel like eventually it's just like Cursor and all of these platforms, they're going to want to just like get rid of any third party. They're just going to want to have those resources, for themselves. Okay. I still personally like, I like making my own shit. And so I do use it if I, it was really helpful, but I don't know, like I kind of like having my own hands on it, I guess. So yeah, it's nice for building big stuff fast, but ultimately, like, I don't know. I'll still do my own shit, I think, for a while.
But that just blew me away though. Now I know Cursor and Blender. It's possible. Maybe old guy. Maybe it is possible for a small mule like me to build on a 25 parcel estate.
Well, you can start with just a 1x1.
No. If we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this big.
God, no. Those are words those are famous last words. Sin, do you know how many parcels I built on, single parcels, and then how many times I made a 9-piece build for my, the old place we did this. And you know what happened when I got La Cantina and I had 15 parcels to build on? It was hard. So
We're
good.
sitting on La Cantina though, aren't we?
I know, but good luck. If you like it is actually like a huge challenge to build on more land. And I know that sounds so stupid because everybody's probably, like, I was like, oh, I need more land. The more land, the better. But when you go to build on it and you start realizing it just takes time to fill up that space, and then to do it right and to get your proportions right. Like, I mean, I most people don't even go up to the lighthouse here, but if you go up to the lighthouse and you see it and you realize how freaking big this land is, and this is like the simple build that I deployed. I actually have way more stuff that I need to just get my butt together and put it on. But I don't know, just you should start building on your 25-piece then. Let's have a competition.
No, totally, Canessa. I totally get what you're saying because, like, okay, little known secret of Mew and his real estate ventures in Decentraland are mainly driven by the vision of having Mew merch shop pop-up shops all over Decentraland. With that said, just even thinking, and a lot of these parcels are like 1-piece parcels along roads and stuff like that. Just by thinking about building this 1 piece, like I'm thinking about all the little accessories that go inside the build, like chairs, tables, things on the tables, displays, and that's not even getting into like functionality. Like, oh god.
Well, and every one of those has to be the right height or it doesn't make sense. It has to have a collider or your avatar will just walk through it and it doesn't make sense. It has to be, textured right, or you can see, like, if you look right here, look at the Cantina sign and there's a little flicker over to the left that I've never fixed. I don't even know why I haven't fixed that, but I know it's there. Like, I can walk through my build and see all the problems, or I know where there's walls where there shouldn't be, or there's not walls and there should be. Like, it just takes a phenomenal amount of time to make it just work. And then it takes even more time to make it work well and look good. And so, I don't know, like, I'm just saying, like, you've got to learn, because I mean, all of us, we're going to help you as much as we can, but like, we can't build 25 parcels for you, also building 40 parcels for myself. So like, I mean, we want to, like, everybody wants to help you, but like, you should do it on your own, not just because we all are busy and like we all have to do stuff, but like, challenge us. I mean, what Old Guy did this year by creating that build, he set the bar so high. Like, I feel like I have to push myself now, like, in a good way. Like, our friends challenge us to be like even better than we were yesterday. So like, I don't know, you gotta do it. Like, what more words can we say, like a coach, to get you to build? Like, I don't know, we might have to do the blackmail thing.
Might have to resort to blackmail.
But also think about how many people you could help then. If you could answer questions, you could help new users by being like, yeah, here, it looks like your normals were flipped. It's a really easy fix. Or here, you just need to push this little box when you extrude. Like, I think the best thing we can do if we want to see this place grow is like work on ourselves.
But what if I didn't want to be a builder and I wanted to be a DJ?
Then be a DJ and have 25 parcels of land.
Yeah, I'll just deploy in the middle, just like a DJ like set and a screen in the middle of the 25 parcels. That's where I perform.
Listen, you're going to find success in life wherever you pour your energy into. If you want to be a show host, pour your energy into that. We don't all have to be builders. Like, do the thing, whatever it is that lights you up. But in order to get land built on, then you're gonna have to find somebody that is willing to spend the time to build out 25 parcels. And so we're just saying, like, you know, like, if you don't do it, like, it's okay to have somebody else do it. But if you're wanting to do it, then you just got to dive in.
Yeah, I can remember when I built the Christmas scene. I was like, okay, I put Santa's house up. I put the reindeer next to it. Yeah, that's 2 parcels. And that was, half a day's work. And I was like, I still have 19 more to go, right? So when you do go bigger, it takes a lot longer. But I did want to go back to something you were saying, Vanessa, where you were talking about the colliders. I will tell you, if you haven't used this tool yet, the new collider in the Creator Hub, if you are deploying from the Creator Hub, anything, their colliders are right on point right now. I'm not adding the extra triangles anymore. I'm just using the solidifier and making my scene bigger so you can't see through it, and I'm not putting a collider in. I'm not doubling it up anymore, just so you're aware. And just about every scene, and have not had any issues.
That's crazy. I don't know if I can do that. That's a lot of change. I don't do change very easily. But because I'm like, okay, but what if I don't want colliders there? I'll just think about that. That's crazy.
Well, if you don't want the colliders there, then you just don't put it on that piece. You just put it as none, rather than, putting the collider in. You don't put it on the whole scene. You have to do it on each piece. So each piece that you put in there, you have to decide whether you want to use your colliders, a combination of colliders, or whether you want to have none. You can do that.
Well, I'm thinking, old guy, you need to come teach the class with me, the BBL class each week.
Yeah, I wish I had time. I mean, if it was later in the day, possibly. But fortunately, it's right in the middle of my day. I got to come to it this week, which I really enjoyed. It was fun because I took a couple of days off through the holidays. But yeah, that's the thing. It's right in the middle of my day.
Well, maybe we need to have one in a different time frame just to hit more people, being able to access it. I don't know, Thursday nights with old guy.
Well, I think you could bring guest hosts on. We're going to get Sin there. One night it'll be Knessa and Sin. One night it'll be you, Rustan. Yeah, AJ can come up. It's all, yeah, you could have little guests.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, by this time next year, Sin will be able to come up and do that with you.
Yep. I like that idea.
You need to get in there way more because I've been so busy, but now I'm finally, I know now what my schedule is going to be. So I'll be around a lot more on the weekends and evenings. So now I can actually dip in there and start looking at and playing around and doing stuff with you guys.
Yeah, I was thinking earlier, Kness, I'd like to spend just 5 seconds on your scene. Just 5 seconds, have the ability to be able to update something, and I would make your umbrellas jump. That's so bad where it's just like Fortnite, where you jump on the umbrella, man, and it shoots you up into the sky.
Oh my gosh, please do, because there's certain things that even in Genesis Plaza, I want a Fortnite jump on those and I can't. And I'm yes. I made them to sway in the wind, but I've never brought in that animation just because back when I deployed this, it was hitting the triangle max. And so I need to update, kind of everything. But yeah. So let's do that. Actually, no, because this scene is not in the Creator Hub. It's in SDK 7, and I can't put it in the Creator Hub, but then the screen will break for Sinful, and he'll be sad.
Yeah, but I mean, that doesn't matter. As far as that, all you need is the GLB for the actual umbrella. I'm assuming they're separate, right?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, that's all you would need.
They're actually not because it's all in, but normally the animated umbrellas, I had those all separate that I added. So yeah, we could definitely do that. I need to just do Cantina 2.0. Like, this was so much work to put in, and then it should have something totally different in front of it. Rustan knows what I created and saw it, and I've never deployed it, and I need to go back and like, I actually have like added so much stuff, but in parts and pieces, and so I don't know, Sin, you gotta try it. Like, building on this much land is no cakewalk. It is a lot of work. It is awesome to have that problem, but it's a lot of work.
Well,
Well,
I have to say
even
use meow.
yeah, even with that though, like, it was fun. Where I started in Decentraland 4 years ago and where I am now, as far as what I'm truly enjoying, right? I mean, it was the events, it was the games. That's 4 years ago. That's what it was. But I'll tell you, I honestly believe what's keeping me here now is the fact that I can challenge myself to create these things. And I do this with every event. I want to put in as few triangles as I possibly can put in. Believe it or not, that New Year's scene, I believe I was only at 14,000 triangles for the whole scene, and that's including the wave with the hat. I believe that's what I was at for the whole scene. My challenge, I was trying to get it right around 10,000, which when I first started Blender, right, was impossible because that's where you had to be for a 1x1. Now I'm doing all those parcels at just about the same thing. So I was having fun challenging myself to see how low I can go. And some of these things, like using their collider and maybe coding this rather than adding a GLB, and maybe doing this, it's those are some of the fun things I'm having right now. It's just trying to figure out how to optimize everything. And, the big thing is now trying to figure out how to optimize the code properly. I think Rustan and I spent just a few minutes together, and it didn't take me very long. And I realized, okay, I know how I can bring the triangles down in these scenes very easily. And I do that every time, because I was looking at it. I remember I built something, it was like 50,000 triangles or something like that. And I was able to get that down to 500 and not have an issue with it when it was on scene. Those are the things I'm having fun with right now. It's like, how can I challenge myself? Now that I know Blender, what's the next step? The next step is, how can I optimize everything to work with as few triangles as possible? Because, of course, the fewer materials and triangles you have, the better chance you have to not have any errors when you have people on the land.
Olga, I feel the same. That has been what has kept me excited about building, like really getting into, and I haven't even done too much new for a while, but like the possibilities, and then learning things that I didn't know before. And I think lately it's been more in emotes, like just seeing what kind of like boundaries can I push with the emotes. What will they allow me to get away with? But yeah, keeping that excitement of like making stuff. That's I think what I love about Decentraland, because there's so much more that I want to build, even if I haven't like made it. It's out there in my mind, and I think Sin, once you start like building, I think you'd feel that same, I don't know, that kind of like the rush of like, wow, I truly can make anything here. Like, the limitation is my knowledge or my imagination. And like the knowledge we can help you with, like, we can teach you. Imagination, you got to bring that.
I think Sin's like, leave me alone. I was just here being a host, just a co-host, and now I keep getting beat up.
No, I was fired earlier today, old guy. I was fired.
Yeah, so I heard.
But I was also fired last week too.
You worked hard for that firing, so whose fault is it?
It's all due to my ignorance. But just looking around the room, I see T-Rax has joined us on Decentraland. Welcome, and thank you for being here. Let's see, I don't think Jake Welbs joined us in World as well. And I think that's all the new friends in world and in on the space. Uh, I think I've said hi to everyone. Oh, wait. I see Mr. Darius. Mr. Darius down there. Welcome, Mr. Darius. Thank you so much for joining the space and having a listen. Hope our conversations are sparking some Decentraland ideas. Would be awesome to bring your music to Decentraland. Even whether if it's for a live performance, recorded performance, or you just want to promote your music, that is definitely possible within the platform. Right now, we're talking about the building aspect of things, and the friends are peer pressuring me into building because of the endless possibilities and my endless amounts of resources at the moment. So, yeah. Um, if you have any questions, just feel free to ask. You're also welcome to come up and chat and ask any questions. But yeah, and if anyone is curious about Mr. Darius's music, just click on his profile and head on over to his website, mrdariusmusic.com. And there you can find information of where to listen and how to support. Back to you, Kanessa.
Ha ha ha. Let's see. I was thinking about what is next. We're in 2026. What's the next thing? The next big push? Obviously, if we do a community Olympics, that would be awesome. I'm going to make something for Mardi Gras. But let's see what else. We've got Decentraland's birthday coming up in February. I don't know if Foundation will do it much. I think they did a lot one year, but they haven't since then. And then I feel like the next big thing that we know about is like Fashion Week, I guess. And that's usually like March, April. So I'm not sure. There's nothing coming up for a little while, it feels like, unless they're gonna like surprise us with something. But usually they announce stuff well in advance to get it all, planned out. So that's what it seems like.
So, Kanessa, I've kind of come up with a challenge for you for the year too. I was thinking about if I put one out for Sin, I have to, I have to be fair and put one out for you. I would like to see you play Fortnite with no weapons, because I just did it, and no weapons, no blue for the whole entire game, and win.
Okay, is this ranked or unranked? And are we talking like
Well, I just did it now with 2 kills. And I think I'm in Epic. I believe I am. What's the last one that has the 3? Diamond?
It's like Platinum, Diamond, Elite, Champion, Unreal.
So does Elite have the 3? You still have to level up 3 times? Whatever the last one is. I'm on the
that's
third
Platinum.
one. Okay, so I'm Platinum 3, and I made it to 25. So I think that would be a good challenge for the year.
Wait, so like you made it to 25th place?
25th place with, I only had 2 kills, but I made it to 25th place with 2 kills, and all I had was a sword. I never had anything other than my initial health and that.
Oh, I can make it to I made it to 3rd place yesterday and with no weapon.
Oh, see?
I'm a master bush camper. I'm a master strap. Oh. I'm like but I will say that because I'm on a Switch, I can't move my fucking buttons. I'm not a good player. Let's just be honest. I'm a good bush camper, and I watch the storm, and I use the storm as my friend. Like I'll sit and I'll storm camp. And I want to start streaming my gameplay, but my son has told me that it would be boring and nobody would watch me. He's like, I know they're your friends from Decentraland, but would they actually watch you? All you do is sit in a bush. And I'm like, well, okay. You have a point there, sweetie.
No, I mean there are people that like get their story told by just doing a single particular thing in a game that they do just better than anyone, or they have dedicated themselves to uh, just doing. Like one person I can think of that like blew up out of nowhere is that elderly man that
Camp,
used to be, huh? What was his name?
Bush Camp Dad.
Yes, exactly. Like he popped out of nowhere, and it was just based on him just wanting to take long distance shots on enemies in Battlefield or Fortnite, whatever game he may be playing.
No, do you know
But
how he got discovered? He changed the game. He literally changed the way that Fortnite is played because he found a loophole. And these fucking streamers were getting mad because they would be in a game. He was a alien skin, so he didn't show up very well. He would sit in a bush all game, and the way that ranked goes is like you get points for killing people, but also staying alive the longest. He would get down to second place, and then he would it's on film. Like, go look up Bush Camp Dad gets discovered. These streamers were like, all right, I got 1 kill left, and all of a sudden they would win because he found out if he logged off, he would not take any damage and he would rank high. And so Fortnite would award him for ending the game without taking damage because he just left the game. And so finally people started like realizing this loophole existed. And then somebody, like, you can spectate other people, and they saw him and they're like, what is this dude doing? He was out in the water and he was barely moving sideways. They're like, is he just AFK? But then they realized he's swimming sideways fast, like slow enough that he didn't make a sound. It would be like crouch walking, but it's crouch swimming. And he would just move and he would sit out in the water and let the whole game go by. And so finally they found him, and like Bush Camp Dad is famous. He's got his own skin, like the Bush Camp Bill. And that's all he did. Is just it is really difficult to sit in a bush the entire game and make it to the top 5 without getting discovered and not getting killed. Like,
you see, you just proved my point.
Yeah, I mean, I call myself Bush Camp Mom sometimes, but like, it's pretty fun. It's like, yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy it so much.
Yep. The thing about that type of content is that it's not constant entertaining content. It's like it could be like a little 10-second skit, 15-second skit where the content comes from. And it would be important to capitalize on that content. Like for you, with your idea, like coming out and just wanting to give Unreal players hugs. If you could get a compilation of like a bunch of Unreal players giving you hugs, and then a bunch of them that were like, nah, and then just killed you, like you can make a pretty like fun video with that.
Yeah, I just gotta get it on. I got some issues with like my account is on a Nintendo Switch because I play on a Switch. Also, might I say how freaking hard it is to level up on a Switch because I get like 30 ping and all these players are getting like, I don't know, 150 ping, and so I have my little knobs, like I'm slowly turning and you can't see anything on a Switch. But yeah, like I think that would be the fun part, and I think it'd be they're talking about it in World about like Daft Punk in DCL mods. You're saying there's so much we could do, and I think like, I don't know, I think you can like both. You can be into Fortnite and be into DCL, and it's not competing. Like, I think they could definitely bring, like, it'd be so fun to be in DCL, like watching people play games. It doesn't have to just be Fortnite. It could be like League of Legends. It could be Minecraft. It could be Call of Duty. Like, we just need a game night. We need a night where if you're playing the game, you're not logged in necessarily, but you could stream it to somebody who could, maybe. I don't know if that's feasible, but Old Guy was playing Fortnite, streaming it the other night. So we just need Old Guy to help us out.
Yeah, you just OBS. That's all you need.
There we go. So let's just do it. Let's do it, Old Guy. Let's Let's talk about it.
I just got OBS. OBS is cool, dude. I actually just got it like a couple days ago. So I was thinking about like, so I've been doing so many like design stuff with like websites and shit like that, and like building like with like 3D. So I was thinking about just like start going live streaming on Twitter like when I'm working, just for people to see it. You know what I mean? Kind of a cool idea.
Yeah,
I downloaded it.
a lot you can do with it.
Figure out how to do it. Yeah.
Especially someone such as yourself, that's a genius in 3D building and modeling. Like your content would be like top tier. Like even from the very beginning, you may not feel like it until you tighten up the ranks that you feel you need to. But people would most likely appreciate you coming on as like someone that knows an authority in this space.
Like I always feel like I'm not doing enough. Like I feel like I don't have enough. I don't spend enough time doing this stuff that I'm doing. But then I look back, like when I start get on spaces, like the other day I was on space with Ben Underworld, and he's like, dude, you just like flew. He's like, you're making me feel freaking lazy, bro. Like we need to have a video call where I can just have you walk me through all this and give me a daily checklist of things that I should be doing. An hour, 2 hours, an hour a day, and getting shit done. I'm like, I feel like I'm not doing enough. He's like, bro, like you're so ahead of everybody else. He's like, he's like, you need to start showing this stuff to the world, dude. Like, it's people that have no idea like how far you've come, like what you're doing. He's like, you need to find a way to get it out there. So that's why I downloaded OBS yesterday and like went on Gemini, and I was like, how do I set? I'm like, talk to me like I'm 5 and tell me how to walk me through setting up OBS on Twitter. And I had to give me like explicit instructions on exactly how to do what I wanted to do. And I was like, all right, cool. So
Yep, easy peasy. Did it give you any information on setting up like your resolution, bit rates, all that stuff?
Yep.
Good.
All that, right. all the information that I needed to do that, like, which is really cool. You know what I mean? So
nice. You're on your way to being a pro streamer.
Oh god. I would say, I'm like, I just want to. I don't want anybody to see me. I just want to share my screen. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, with that, you could set up like if you have a character that you really like to that you vibe with or you feel like represents you. You could always import like a VRM or get software.
You guys see the guy that was doing for New Year's, he was doing the magazine cover things. They're called cover like something covers. I forget his name. So I'm looking for on my profile right now. But he actually you could make it scrapes your data on your either Instagram or on your X and then it made a Wired magazine based on your data and what you posted about the last year in 2025, and it gave you a Wired magazine cover, right? And one for Instagram too, based on what I had going on Instagram this last year. So it's really, really cool. It's I was thinking about taking the image that he has from there. When now you just said that, here I'll show you guys what it looks like. I threw it there on top so you guys can see. It's crazy cool. Yeah, if you I was thinking about taking the character from the Wired magazine one and turning it into a 3D character and making that my avatar on OBS, because it matches it's like a full body of my PFP. It's really cool.
Nice. Yeah, and I mean, besides that, I mean, there's different methods. I'm sure AI could break it down for you and stuff like that. What was I using?
Gemini 3 a lot now, so yeah. I gave up on ChatGPT and everything else. I've just been sticking with Gemini. So.
Dang. Yeah. As we're going along, I don't know. I personally don't use ChatGPT, but I've been noticing its popularity starting to fade. Not because ChatGPT would be the AI, the go-to AI. I felt at one point, everyone's like, "Oh, I want AI." Okay, let's go to ChatGPT. But now it's the market's starting to spread.
I think though with normie, like still like my non Web3 people, they're still deep, hot and heavy into ChatGPT. So maybe it's also just like those that found it, you know, a year ago, we're ready to move on to like the next advancement. But like if you're not in the tech field, you might be like, ChatGPT is it. This is like the end all for AI, and they don't like pursue more.
That's cool about the cool thing too is I just like as we were talking, I actually needed to like I want to like test something out, like see how it would handle things. So I downloaded Anti-Gravity by Google, the vibe coding platform thing, and opened up the GitHub for this website that I'm working for BBC Radio, and like just changed the entire like site in like 5 minutes. Like it's like I was like, what? I was like, okay, that works. I was like, I'm gonna switch everything over to Anti-Gravity from like Cursor, I think, and just start using this because it's actually free. You can actually build stuff in Anti-Gravity for free. Like there's like no paywall yet. I'm sure there will be at some point, but you know, like for right now, Anti-Gravity is like I'm paying like $60 a month on Cursor, and what I did in Anti-Gravity just now took me like less time and did it better than I would have done anything I would have done in Cursor with Claude. So yeah, little tip.
What was that called again?
Anti-Gravity. It's a Google version of Cursor, basically.
Anti-Gravity. I wonder if it could be integrated or connected to the Creator Hub. That might be something to add for the devs.
For what's called
Decentraland.
I wonder too. Watch this.
Because for example, like we can connect Cursor and Visual Studio Code currently.
I'm sure there's a way. You know, I mean, there's got to be a way to do it. Like I'm gonna jump on Gemini and ask right now if that's possible. You know what I mean? Because that's where the answer's at. I mean, honestly, it's like just jump on. If it's especially it's like the thing I like about Anti-Gravity is that it's what you call it it's all the latest Google stuff. You know what I mean? It's all up to date. Like type Google, like you can't go because like it's all the base like the latest SEO tools. Any access you get to anything else, it's going to go through Google first to get to Claude or get to like Cursor or whatever you're using, whatever agent you're using. It's going to go through Google first anyway through the SEO. It's going to train off of that. So it's like, why not just skip the middleman and go straight to the source?
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, totally. And I'm reading in a world that Billy is saying Copilot also excels at troubleshooting when you have problems on Windows. Another little useful tidbit there, I feel. I feel like a lot of us are always having issues. So, okay, Copilot for troubleshooting on Windows. And all right, so I see that we are about 10 minutes out till our 3-hour mark, and right after this event, usually Lost Cat goes live for their DJ show. So, what do you think, Canessa? Should we start winding down?
Yes, I have to go to work soon, so I think that'd be good. Feed the children and then go to work.
Yes. Okay, very important things to do. So, yeah, I guess a great time to start winding down. I'll pass it around pass the mic around the room for any of our speakers. Oh, go ahead. Well, make this your final thoughts so you can go for it.
So it says there needs to be a middleware, the bridge. It says Anti-Gravity runs on pieces of high-performance C++ or Rust-based physics. It cannot read a blockchain directly in real time. You would need a WebSocket or an API bridge that would listen to the changes in the decentralized creator tool, parcels those values into Anti-Gravity, understands opening a converted weightless VLOOM to a fly vector. So the physical execution is once Anti-Gravity reads the data, overrides the global parameters speed. But yeah, basically it's possible. just have to figure out how to tie it in together.
So I also feel like the AI did not understand the question fully, because you said it can be integrated to decentralized land. This that would be referring to something else, not the platform of Decentraland. So perhaps it may even be easier. 'Cause,
Yeah. But so basically, yeah, because all you have to do is have like an API bridge or a WebSocket to go for it to learn or to read the coming out the blockchain. So that's because it runs on the blockchain. That's
yeah. Well, I don't even think like could Kanessa or Old Guy, could you say if the Creator Hub would be like a blockchain focused thing? Like it can deploy into a parcel that is, part of the blockchain, I guess, but I don't
say I would definitely say it's a layer separate. Like I wouldn't want to start muddying the waters and think that it's at all blockchain based, because you don't need to sign any transactions to deploy on your land. If you're modifying the contract, like if you're changing your state or the name of it, then that's a blockchain transaction. But I think it's definitely, like, I wouldn't want to start using that word too much liberally with
it's a good question though. Like maybe something to bring to the foundation, ask for their clarity.
Yeah, because it's just GLBs being deployed on land. It's not NFTs. The only time that it has like the NFT aspect is like if you're using a frame and like you're using a link to go back to it. But and I know that's where some of the issues with like like is it truly immutable? Like if you put a giant middle finger on your land, can they censor it? And they can, and they will. Not that, but like they have other things. So yeah, that'd be good. Have that conversation.
Definitely a topic, to be had, a conversation to be had. All right. Well, Chaz, it's been really nice hearing from you. It's been a while. Hopefully, we start seeing you around Decentraland, and maybe we'll see some of your cool builds. As one thing that we've discovered, and we've been trying not to say out loud too often, I think we don't have any triangle restrictions at the moment on Decentraland, so you can deploy assets that are high triangles. So yeah, maybe something that will help you along. Let's see, Old Guy, pass it over to you for any final thoughts, if you have any.
No, just happy holidays to everybody out there. If you made it to the event, thank you so much for coming. For everybody who participated in the event, Sin, Kanessa, Billy, Stony, and Make, thank you. There are still, like Kanessa said, there are still a few OP badges that are still live on there. So if you want, after this, if you want to run back there and pick them up, please do so. And you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Thank you, Old Guy. Really appreciate that you came up and chatted with us today, and and thank you for bringing us together on New Year's. That was really special. Kanessa, final thoughts, comments, concerns?
Just thank you everybody for being here. Make sure that you grab your OP badge if you want that free couch emote. I will be sending those out. If you've gotten the badge and you haven't gotten it, tell me in chat right now. But otherwise, I'm gonna have to cross-reference and go through. I got a list. Just trying to make sure that I don't miss anyone. And then, yeah, I guess have a good week. Enjoy this first week of January. Be easy on yourself. It's a new year, but that doesn't mean that you're a new you. You're just doing the best you can every day, and that's the best we can do some days. So take care of yourself, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, Kanessa. Okay, so I guess to begin my final thoughts for this week, now that we're Mew needs help this week. He needs help. more help than usual. Um, so the beginning on Monday, my work schedule will be changing, and I have a deal with my bosses that I will take Mondays off. We're going into 4-day work weeks, but this first week I have to work all of it. I don't know why. I didn't question it. I don't care as long as they pay me more. Um, but yes, so the new work week hours are I will be leaving work at 7 p.m. Eastern, and as all you all know, Beyond the NFT is at 8. Um, so for Monday, I I need my friends. I need my friends. Could we get some friends together and I guess we could do like a little more focused version on like what we did today here of looking back into 2025, how much we've grown as a community and even look forward into 2026 and like really kind of square out those resolutions or those wishes, your goals. Um, yeah, maybe that's something we could do on Monday. But I need my friends. If not, I'll be talking to myself for about an hour. And you guys know how I'm a talker. So So yeah, that is my cry for help for all of you. Please save me. I need friends just to pop in. You don't have to be there the whole time. Just want to chat with you, see what your thoughts are. Maybe Quan can jump in. I'm throwing people under the buses right now. Maybe Quan, how about you, Meta Beast? I know you out there, Billy. But on a real note, all right. Let's get ready for our next event coming up. We have Lost Cat starting in less than 1 minute. So, yeah, everyone, jump over to coordinates 66, comma 1 negative 141 and enjoy Lost Cat's show. After the show, in 3 hours, ABC Decentraland tours will be going live. Um, After that, we have in 5 hours we have the Metatribe Plaza at uh, hosted by Crypto Minotaur, and then after we have Metaverse After Hours in 6 hours with Austin Desheni. Let's see. For Sunday, I see that the Helvetians have been getting very creative on their Sundays. They have a 7E Mezzo Royale, which I don't know the name, but I've been kind of like peeking at the game that they're playing, and I think our friend Whale the Penguin mentioned that it's like a reverse blackjack. So if anyone wants to jump into those games, definitely jump in. 21 out. It starts in 21 hours. We have You Sponge Lazy Sundays tomorrow, as well as wind down your weekend. And then on Monday, we have On Monday, MoFi Monday, and we will be back for Beyond the NFT. So, also another announcement, and honestly, like I guess this would be the best place to do it. Kind of give a little tribute, a little love to the Metatribe Plaza. Thank you, Meta Wolf, for bringing the Metatribe Plaza together and everyone that builds around it. So this coming Monday, our first Beyond the NFT of the year, the uh, Meta One Design headquarters is moving to its own location, and we will be hosting Beyond the NFT from new coordinates. So yeah, definitely want to just pay homage to the tribe for always being there for us, and I can't wait for to see who is the builder that may take over the location where the Meta One Design headquarters was at. So yeah, thank you everyone. Love you all. You heard my cry for help, and it is on you to respond. All right. Take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.